related about the Linux commands or anything. So one of the important concept what I want to tell you is about the path name expansion. So what is this path name expansion? So if you try to observe, so we have learned about this concept in our regular expressions. So in our regular expression course, if you try to see, so we have covered these all the things. The same type of regular expression concepts only. Here also in the Linux also the path name expansions will be useful for us. So the path name expansion is a feature of the Linux shell. It is not a command or anything. It's not a feature. It's a feature of the Linux shell that allows you to use the special characters called wildcards to represent the group of file names or patterns in the path name. This makes it easier to work with multiple files at once or when you don't remember the exact names of the file. So this one is useful for path name expansion. So for example, let's say that if you try to see echo hello. So now here you will be able to see the hello has been printed, right? Now for example, let's say that I will print something like echo star. So I want to print echo star. So echo star. If I try to do echo star, then if you try to see, instead of printing the star, unexpectedly we are able to see some group of all the list of files we are able to see it. So this star has a special meaning in the shell command. So now when you try to write this code, the shell will take it as a separate concept. Okay, the shell will take this star as a separate thing. So that is nothing but a path name expansion. So for example, let's say that here this star we can use it in any way. For example, let's say that I want to extract only the CSS files. I don't want to consider about the file name. So whatever the file names that are ending with an .css extension, I want to take those files. So here I can do something like ls and I can keep star .css. Now here what it is trying to tell, star means that is nothing but 0 or more. So anything that has a star means any file name that is anything that should end with .css. Now if you try to see, we are able to get only the file names that are having .css as the extension. So not only like this, so for example, let's say that I want to have something like ls, so which should end something like c, and it can have anything, and dot, and it can have anything, something like this. So now if you try to see, only the two files we are able to get it, that is starting with the c, and star means it can have anything, and here .txt means dot, it should have a dot, and dot star means it can have anything. So like this. So like this, in this scenario, in this way, so we can able to use this star. So star means matches any sequence of characters, including 0 characters also. So that means if you are having only something like c.txt, let's assume. So you are having only c.txt. If I try to press enter, so the c.txt file has been created. Now if I try to use the same wildcard entry, so then also we are able to get the c.txt. So that means here the c is matching, and here this one should be any sequence of character that is nothing but 0 or characters also. So that means if it doesn't have also, it will be taken into consideration. So the second the second thing which I want to explain you is in question mark. So that means that is matches any single character. For example, let's say that I want to have any character, and that should have only single thing. So that means here the two question marks means only two characters it should have. That should be any character or any digit or anything. Now if you try to see here, we are able to get a.js and app.js. So that means here, so these are the only two files which are having question marks. So that means it needs to contain any single character only. So for example, let's say that I want to have in such a way that here app, so it can have anything, only single character it should have, and .css. So if you try to see here, so we are able to get app.css. Okay, so we are able to get app. Oh, okay, fine. I want to have ls. So now if you try to see app1, app2, app3, app4, so we are able to get it like something like this. For example, let's say that I am having app44 or 22.css. Let's say that I have created this file, and now here if I try to do this app22.css, we are not able to get it. But when you try to use this two question marks, then you will be able to get only app22.css. So that means the question mark is intended for only to match any single, there can be any single character. Okay, that can be any single character. So this is one thing which I want to discuss with you. So star means matches any sequence of character, question mark means it can match any single character. So now another one which I want to explain you is in square bracket. So this matches a set of characters enclosed within the bracket. For example, let's say that I am having app and I should have something like 1, 2, 3. So these characters only, and it should be like this. So here you will be able to see app 1, app 2, app 3. So whereas here app star.css, if you try to see, here we are having 1, 22, 2, 3, 4 and app.css, right? But here we are able to see app 1, 2, 3 means, so it will match only 1, 2, 3. So this is in between this range only, it will try to give you the characters. Now for example, let's say that now here let's say that you are having 1, 2, 3, right? So here I can also give a range of characters also, 1, 2, 4. If you give 1, 2, 4 something like this, you will be able to get this one. And here you can have something like star also, then you will be able to get app 22 also, you will be able to get it. So you can use this combination something like this to get the data. So this is all about the square bracket thing. And the last one which I want to tell you is the negation of this one. So when you use the caret symbol, so here I want to tell you about for example, let's ls and I want to match 1, 2, 3, and if you use this caret symbol at the front, so that means matches any character not in the set of this one. So now which are not in the set, then you will be able to get it. So here I will do app.css. if I try to press enter, then you will be able to get only app4.css. why? Because so app 1, 2, 3 it should not match, so it should not be not in the set of this one. But when you remove this one, this caret symbol, then it may exactly matches like this. And here if you use this caret symbol, that should be not in the set. So that is the difference between this caret and the thing. So these are all the different types of path name expansions available in this one, available in the Linux. So first one we have learned is the star thing. So matches any sequence of characters including 0 and matches any single character, that is question mark. Square brackets means matches a set of characters enclosed within the bracket, or you can also use the range of thing. So for example, let's say that if you want to match A to Z, okay, A to Z, only the capital letters, and dot star, so it can be anything. So here you will be able to see only this one, but not of A to Z means, so here, so only the capital letters will not come, remaining all it will come. Okay, so I have used this something like, so c.txt only you are able to get it. So it should be something like one or more characters means, then you can use star, then you will be able to get all the characters like this. So these are the different ways how you can try it. Okay, so these are the different ways how you can try it. So these are the different path name expansions which we have learned it. Hope you understood about these path name expansions. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the another important concept, that is brace expansion. So we have learned about the different ways of path name expansion, we have seen it. Now in this video we will learn about the brace expansion. So what is this brace expansion? Brace expansion is a handy feature in the Linux shell that lets you generate multiple strings or variations of commands quickly and efficiently. Think of it as a clever shortcut for when you need to handle similar pieces of text. So here I will try to explain you some with simple examples. So for example, let's say that I want to create files in such a way that, so the file's name should be file_a.txt, okay, and it should be file_b.txt, and the last one should be file_c.txt. So these are the three files I want to create. Normally what you will try to do, you will use the touch and you will try to create it. So but using the brace expansion, we can create it very easily. So you will use the touch command, and the common thing is file underscore, and here the name is changing A, B, C. So you can use the brace, and here you can write A comma B comma C, and you can give something like txt. That's it. So now you will be able to see that touch file_a and file_b and file_c. So these three files will be created. If you try to press enter, and if you see ls here, see file_a, file_b, file_c has been created. I will try to show you the echo also, so that we can able to see, instead of creating, we can able to see it like this. See, so like this the combination it will be created. So this is the usage of this one. This creates the three files, that is file_a, file_b and file_c. So these three files will be created. So like this the files will be created. So if you try to see here, sorry, it is logged out. So here like this the files will be created. So this is the usage of this braces thing. Not only this one, so we can also create the directories, we can also create the files also. For example, if you want to create directories in some other directory, means let's say that mkdir I want to create in Leela. Okay, so Leela slash, and if I want to use something like pictures, in this one I want to create videos, and I want to create a music. So if you want to create it like this, then you will get an error normally. Why? Because normally the Leela directory is not present. The Leela directory is not present. So for this one, if you try to remember this one, we have used an option something like -p, I think. So if you try to see here, now the directory will be created. So if you try to use this -p, if that directory is not available, it will create the directory, and inside this directory it will create pictures, videos, and also the music. If you try to see here ls Leela, then you will be able to see, oh, it's my mistake what I have did. So in the Leela I want to create pictures, comma. So okay, I have used this one, right? So my mistake. So let's try to do it again. So comma, I know it, I should not use. So it's coding mistake actually. So if you try to see here, now pictures, videos, and music will be created. So this one is my coding mistake. If I use semicolon or if I use braces or anything, means my mistake that object, when I am trying to declare object or anything, I will give a space after the comma. So this makes 3 new directories within the Leela directory: pictures, videos, and the music. So like this. Not only this one, so we can also have a number sequences also. For example, let's say that I will remove this Leela directory. Okay, now here I want to create, okay, so I want to create file and underscore, so from 1 to 9. So that means the file should be something like file underscore 1, file underscore 2, file underscore 3, file underscore 4, like that I want to create it. So 1 underscore 9 I want to create .txt. If you try to see here, see automatically I am trying to do the echo. I am not doing this mkdir or touch command I am not using, just I am echoing so that you can visualize that thing what it will be happening. So file underscore 1, file underscore 2, file underscore 3. So like this the files will be created. So this is how it will be created. So if you are using .9 means then the range from 1 to 9 it will be created. So this is how you will be having. So now if you try to do echo 1.5 means, so from 1 to 5 it will be the numbers will be displayed from 1 to 5. So this is thing. So not only this one, so you can have a letter ranges also. For example, if I want to have letter ranges means A to D, if you try to print ABCD, you will be able to get it. So like this also you can have it. So this out to APD. So now you can also use the combining options. So for example, let's say that I want to create files in such a way that file1 underscore new, file1 underscore old, file2 underscore new, file2 underscore old. So like that if I want to create means then I can use file. So here I want to create 1, 2, 3, and then afterwards immediately I want to have underscore, and now old comma new .txt. So like this. Now what it will be happen? So if you try to observe carefully, so file1 with a combination, first it will take the 1 and old. So file1 underscore old, and next file1 underscore new. So like this the options will be created. If you try to see here, file1 underscore old, file1 underscore new, file2 underscore old, file2 underscore new. So this is how you can also use the combination of the options in order to create like this. So this is one thing. So not only with this one, so if you want to create reports or anything means, so you can also create the reports like echo report underscore. So you can use something like Jan comma Feb comma March underscore 2023.pdf. If I want to do it like this, then you'll be able to see report Jan 2023, report Feb 2000, report March 2023. So like this you can use the different types of things. So why brace expansion is cool means it serves the time, avoid writing out the repetitive commands or the file names, enhances the readability, concise expressions make scripts cleaner, flexibility, you can generate numbers, letters, and combinations. So this is what about the brace expansion thing. So hope you understood about this brace expansion concept. So before closing this one, I want to explain you about another one that is nothing but an arithmetic expansion in the Linux. So what is an arithmetic expansion? Arithmetic expansion is a feature in the Linux shell that allows you to perform calculations directly within your scripts or commands. This makes it extremely convenient to work with numbers without having to use external tools. How to perform this arithmetic expression is, there are a couple of ways to do this. So normally, for example, if you want to do arithmetic expressions means, so here I can use echo dollar and you need to use the two brackets like this, and you can have 1 plus 2. So now it will print 3. So like this, if you want to implement the arithmetic operations means, we will be using it like this. Not only this one, so what can I do is, you can also implement the 3 by 2. So you can also use it like this, and you can also use something like 3 star 2. Now if you try to see 6, it will come. So now not only like this, and here you can use 3 double star 3. This is the exponential format. So 3 to the power of 3. Now that means it will be 27. 3 3 is 9, 9 3 is 27. So like this you will be able to get the output. So not only this one, modulus also you can use it. So the different arithmetic operations you can use it. So increment operator, decrement operator, and these all the things you can use it. So like this multiplication, division, modulo, exponentiation, increment, equal, less than, greater than, not equal to, double equal to, ampersand, logical and logical or, these all the things you can use it. So this is what I want to explain you regarding this arithmetic expansion. So this is small thing, but the main important thing is the brace expansion, which is important to learn. So hope you understood about this brace expansion thing. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the another command, that is locate command. So what is this locate command? It is a fastest tool in which you can find the files or the directories in the Linux system. So what is the command for this one is, normally it is the command for this one is locate. Okay, so normally the locate, if you are not able to find, if you are not able in Mac OS or some OS, it will work by default. So if you are not able to make it work means, so you can install it using sudo apt install plocate. Okay, so like this you can install it, and it will ask you some series of questions to install. So you can install it directly. So it is getting installed. So let it install. So I think it is finished. So if it is not there means, then you can install it like this, or otherwise if it is there by default means it's well and fine. So not able to worry. So locate means then it will ask you for no pattern to search for specified like this. So this is the basic introduction of the locate, not locate. So how locate will work, and if you are not able to see the locate command working in your system means, so you need to install it like this. So as I already told you, right, locate command is a lightning fastest tool for finding the files and directories on a Linux system. It outperforms commands like find because it searches through a pre-built database of file paths rather than scanning the entire file system. So that means the locate will have a pre-built database into this one, so that all the file paths and all those things will be saved in the database. Now whenever you are trying to find out or locate a file means, it will, instead of searching the entire Linux file system, it will try to get the data from the database. So that is the thing. So now how does it work? The locate command relies on a database, usually it is called as an plocate.db or slocate.db. So what it may be, that contains a snapshot of your file system structure. This database is routinely updated by a background process, often a cron job, like the update db command. I will try to show you that one. So the update db command will update this entire file system once in a daily routine, as a routine thing. So when you use locate, it consults this database instead of scoring every directory on your system. So instead of searching every directory in your system, when you use locate, it will search in the database. This translates to significantly faster search results. So you need to understand that since locate depends on a database, it might not reflect every recent file addition or deletion that occurred after the last database update. I will try to show you that one. So first we will try to see. So whenever you want to search for this one, locate file star. If you try to do like this, so we are not able to find anything, right? So we can search for something like locate mon. Just have. So here you will be able to see a series of files that are able to find in the file in the Linux file system. So like this you can able to search it. So now if you try to search for locate file star, let's try to check for this one. So file star, it is not able to find it. So let's try to see cleanup, so whether any cleanup is there or not. See, you are able to see some cleanup with the name cleanup like this. So here you'll be able to see cleanup.png, like this you'll be able to see the files. So this is how it will be locating the file. So whatever the thing you want, for example, let's say that locate after cleanup, I need to have something else. So only one line should be there, so nothing is there. Dot star, something like that, so nothing is there. So cleanup star dot star, let's try to see it, nothing is there. So like this you can able to find it. So like this we can able to find it, so nothing is there. So just I am trying to show you. So like this we can able to find it. So since I told you, right, locate depends on the TV. So now we can also have some options for this one. So let's try to clear it out. If you try to see man locate, so this is the manual. Find file sim by quickly. So you'll be having option and the pattern. So you'll be able to see -a ignore for, so like this -c means count, -d means database, -e, -i, -p, -l, -n. So like this you'll be having different types of things. Just I will try to explain you some major important ones. So first one is what I want to tell you is, so let's say that ignore case. So if I try to quit this one, yeah, quit. Now we are in the clean, right? So I want to locate. Okay, well, first let's see the ls. So here we are having file 1, file 3, file 4 like this, right? So locate. Okay, in the cleanup I want to have file star. So let's try to see whether we can able to find it or not. So why we are not able to get it? Cleanup in the file. So try to see here. See here we are able to see file 2, file 3, file 4. So actually the file 2 is not existing here, but still we are able to see the file 2. I will try to tell you what is the problem for this one. So for example, let's say that I want to have something like count. I want to get the total count for this one. So here I can do locate -c mon. If you try to see here, total count I am able to get it. And also if you try to see -i, ignore case. Okay, -i, I am getting the count. Ignore case means then it will search for both capital M1 and also small m1. Now you will be able to see 88,000 we are able to get it. So like this you can also use -i, which is used for the ignore case. So that means, so the -i option makes the search case insensitive, so results will be included. So small sample.txt or capital sample.txt, whichever it may be, it will try to use it. So that is one thing. Okay, and also if you want to limit the results to 5 hours, if you want to limit the results means, then you can use the -n option. So for example, locate -n 5. Okay, I want to have something like file. So here you'll be able to see file options are there. So for example, let's say that file star. If I try to do file star, okay, file star dot txt. If I try to, so we are not able to get it. So just I am trying to show you. So here we are able to see some file. So like this. So the count has been restricted to only the 5. So like this we can also use it. So now another one which I want to tell you is, so main thing, you can also have not only this one plocate. So we can remove this sudo apt uninstall. Okay, so like this, if you want to delete it, so you can also use this uninstall this, sorry, not uninstall, remove. So here we need to use this remove. So we also have another type of things, that is remove. Okay, plocate, so it will be removed. Mlocate is also there, which will, I think that one will work very fine, I think. So let's try to see that one also. I didn't remember exactly. We'll try to see that option also. So now hopefully this one is running. So let's see. And I will do sudo apt install mlocate. Okay, I am not using this plocate, I am using this mlocate. Let's try to see. So this one, let's try to install it, and it is installing. Let's try to see. Okay, fine. Let's implement it. Let's try to, yeah, now if you try to use locate, maybe this one will work, I think, I don't know. file star means then also it is not working. Fine, let's leave it. So now here, now what I want to tell you is locate. If I try to use this file, so we are able to see so many things, right? So if I try to use in the cleanup, okay, in the cleanup I want to get the files, means we are able to get 3 options. Okay, so now for example, let's say that I have created, let's try to see the ls. Okay, so we are having only file 3 and file 4. Okay, so I have created a new one such that file 5. Okay, file 5.txt file. So I have created this one. So now if I want to search in the cleanup here, so here we are not able to see the file 5, but in the ls we are able to see that file 5.txt file. But the file 2 file is not existing, still it is able to see that file 2 in the search results. Why is this one is happening is because in the database that is not get updated. So for the database, if you want to get the updated one, means then you need to use -e option. Okay, -e, then you will be able to get the updated one. So like this you will be able to get it. Now still we are not able to get this file 5, right? For that one, what we need to do is, so you can use the option something like update db. So when you do this update db, all the new files that have been created and all those things will be added. Now if you try to see here, now you will be able to see this file 5.txt file. So this is how actually the locate will work. Locate is a very fastest one. It will make use of the database thing, and database will have all the references for this file system. So if you are not getting anything, and if you want to get the update, if you want to do the update thing and all these things, means you can use the -e or otherwise sudo update db. Automatically the database will be updated. So this is all about the locate thing. Hope you understood about this locate command. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the another important command for finding out the files, that is find command. So what is this find command? The find command is used for searching for the files and the directories within your Linux file system. Just like the locate, find also will try to find it, but find will try to find it will search for each and every file in the directory, and it will try to find the files. Whereas the locate will have a intermediate database. In that database it will have all the listings, so it will try to get it from the database. So that means, so by this you can understand that the locate command finding the files is very fast than compared to the find command. Find command somewhat it is very slow. Why? Because it needs to search each and every directory and the file folder structures to get the result. So now I will try to show you the command how we will try to do it. So now for example, if you try to write the find here directly, so if you press enter, automatically it will try to find the files that are in the current directory. So the current working directory, wherever you are, it will try to find the files. So here in the cleanup file, you will be able to see that these are all the files and the folders that are existing. So you will be able to see, including the directory files and everything it is trying to give you. So this is one thing you need to understand. So here this is the to-dos directory, and inside the to-dos directory you will be able to get it. And if you want to find the count of enter thing, means then what you can do it is, so find, so you can use wc-l, so total number of count you can able to get it. So this is how you can find. So this is simple thing. So just wherever you want to use the find, so just it will try to find the files. So other than this, what I want to tell you is regarding this find command. So this is the basic syntax of the find command. So wherever the find, if you try to find it, so it will give you the current directories and the files and the folders that are available in that current working directory, the current directory which you are. So this is the basic working of this one. So not only this one, if you try to see, if you are in the desktop, so you can use something like find desktop. So you can use something like find desktop. You can also give it like this. So you can use or otherwise you can use the tilt command, so that the current working directory you can able to get it. So like this also you can. So now you will be able to see lot more files we are able to see. So this is how actually the find command works. Not only this one, for example, let's say that if I am trying to use this find command, we are able to get these all things, right? So if you want to extract only the directories, the list of all the directories from this particular cleanup directory, means then you can use find -type d, then it will give you only the directories that are available in that cleanup directory. So the two directories that are available is ls, if you try to see, so the test and to-dos which are in the dark blue color, so those are the two directories which are available. So they are like this, we can use it. And if you want to get only the files, means then you can use find -type f. Now it will give you all the files that are available in the cleanup directory. So this is the two options which you can able to understand, hyphen type F and also hyphen type D, which will give you the directory and also the files. So this is how we can filter out the directories and also the files in this one. So apart from this one, so you people will be thinking that how can I search for the, how can I find with the file name? So that one also we can do it. For example, let's say that I went to the desktop, let's try to do the ls, and here what I want to do is I want to find with the hyphen name. So we need to give it something like this, double quotes or single quotes, file. So it doesn't have anything, okay, with the name file. So I will try to do that, whichever is the thing, so which contains the file word. So either it can be in the middle, starting, or anything like this. Now you will be able to get the files that cleanup, backup, cleanup and all those things. We are able to have this by the name file. So file 2, file 3. So we, by using the name, we can able to get it. Now if you want to have a capital F means, then so we cannot find anything. Why? Because so it is a case sensitive. So hyphen name, when you are trying to do it star like this means, then it will exactly find for the capital F file. So here right now we don't have any files that are existing with the capital F. So that is the reason, so we are not able to get it. So for this reason, so if you want to use the case insensitive thing means, then we need to use the iname. Okay, iname. So iname means then it will give you both the files that is matching with the small f and also with the capital F. So both the matching it will try to do it. So this is the hyphen name which you can do it, and also you can use the path extensions, path expansions and all those things you can use it. Not a problem. For example, let's say that I want to find the files, okay, so which has with the name 0 to 9, okay, and I can use something like star, and here also I can use the star. So now you will be able to see these are the files that we are having with the numbers. So anything which we are having with the numbers means, then you can able to get it like this. So this is how we can able to get it. So this is how we will be searching with the name option. So like this we can find it. So for example, let's say that we have used the same command, right? So for example, hyphen name, and I want to search it whole in my home directory means, then you can use the tilde symbol, or otherwise you can use the slash symbol, so that it will try to search for the entire Linux system. So this is how you'll be doing. So if you want to stop means, you can use a Control C, automatically it will stop it. So like this we can do it. So not only this one, so we also have some of the options available in the find thing. I will try to explain you those things also. So the first one which I want to tell you is, for example, let's say that we can use the hyphen size option also to find the files of a specific size. For example, let's say that I want to find all the files larger than, let's say 100 MB or 10 MB. So then what we can do it is, so find, okay, hyphen size, so which is having larger than means plus symbol you need to use, so 1 MB, then you will be getting empty. Why? Because so we are searching in the desktop directory. So if I try to give a slash means, then you will be able to get lot more things, and you are able to get some permission denied thing also. So sometimes you will be able to get it. So these are all the files which we are having, the files sorry, so let's try to clear it off. Yeah, so if you try to see, so now I am trying to search in the whole Linux system, so size which is having greater than 1 megabyte, and if you want to get it more than 100 MB means, so you can use something like 100 megabytes human readable format, you can use it. So like this we are having some permission denied, so we are able to get it. So like this we can able to get it. And if you want to have something like less than 100 MB or less than 1 MB means, then what we can do it is, so if I will remove this slash, so that we can able to get it in our home directory only. So now if I want to get it less than 1 MB means minus we need to use it. So minus, if you try to use it means, like this we are able to get the files which are having less than 1 MB. And if you want to match exactly means, what you need to do it is, so exactly 1 MB means 1 MB we need to take. So these are all exactly 1 MB. So this is how we will be able to find the sizes. So plus means it will be greater than particular size, minus means it will be less than, and if you try to give exactly means it will match the exactly 20 kilobytes or something like that. So this is how we will be trying to, this is about the size option in the find command. So not only this one, so we can also find the what I want to tell you is, so let's try to tell you this one. Yeah, if I go to the to-dos, what is there? Cleanup. If I go to the cleanup, okay, So if I try to do the ls-l, so we are able to see some files, right? So this is the user, so he is the owner of the particular file. So we haven't discussed about the permissions and all those things. So upcoming videos we will try to discuss about the permissions. So if you want to search with the owner name is, then also you can find -user. So whatever the user is there, you can find it. So now you will be able to get all the files that are related to the particular user. So you can also find the files by using a owner thing, or using a -user option to match the files and directories that belongs to a particular user. And the last one but not least, what I want to explain you is, for example, if I want to find some empty folders or empty directories means, then you can use an option -empty. So then it will give you some empty folders, so which are available. So find -empty means it will give you some empty files and the empty folders which are available. So this is also the last option. So if you want to know more details about this one, so you can use the man find and you can able to see all the options that are available in this one. So this is all about the find command. Hope you understood about this find command. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, I want to discuss you about the important concept in the Linux, that is about the timestamp. So what is this about the timestamps in the file timestamps? Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the timestamps in the Linux. So how the timestamps for a file will be managed in the Linux. Let's try to see. So this is one of the important concept and also a little bit of confusing about this one. So let's try to understand. There are normally actually three main timestamps associated with each file in the Linux. First one is an access time, second one is a modification time, and the last one is in change time. So these are the three times which you will be able to see. So for example, let's say that first one is the access time. So this timestamp records the last time the file's content was read or displayed. This could be using through commands like cat, less or vim to view the file. For example, let's say that I will go to something like a desktop. Okay. So here I will create a new file, that is mkdir timestamps. Okay. So let's try to have a timestamps. Now, if you try to see here, okay. So if you try to see something like what I want to tell you is, so here I will be I have created this mkdir timestamps. So in this one I will create a one file, something like touch, let's say that leela.txt. Okay, so I have created a file leela.txt. Now if I want to see this one ls-l, you will be able to see test user. Okay, let's go to the timestamp. So I have created outside, right? So let's try to have touch leela.txt. Okay, so this is the file I have created. Now if I try to keep ls, so you'll be able to see like this, and here you will be able to see a timestamp April 24 9/19. So it has been created. Now if you want to see the total stats of this one, so stat leela.txt, if you try to do stat leela.txt, here you will be able to see that it was last accessed in 9/19 and modified, and the birth it is saying. So now, so these are the three things. So the access, modify and change. So access time, modify time and the change time. So at the time of creation, all the times will be changed. All the times will be same only. Now if you try to see, what I will try to do is, I will try to rename this file. So that means mv leela.txt to leela1.txt. Okay, I am trying to rename this file. So if I try to rename this file, so now if you try to see the ls, okay, so now if you try to see the ls, so here you are able to have this one, right? So now I think the time ls-l, it is still 9/19. So why? Because so we have changed it immediately, right? leela1.txt. if you try to see here, so now if you try to see here, so the change time, okay, the change time has been modified, but the modify time, the m time and the access time has not been modified, but here the change time, the c time has been modified. So if you try to see this ls-l, now for example, let's say that I will try to rename this one. So right now the time is 9:20, right? So now if I try to do mv leela1.txt to leela.txt, if I try to change it, so now I have renamed this file. So now if I try to check this ls-l, then also the timestamp will be still 9/19 only. So that means at the time when it has been created, So that same time has been created here. The modify time is only there. So the change time is not there. So now if I want to check this one, so here ls hyphen lu, if you try to do this one, sorry, ls hyphen la, right? So now here you will be able to see the access time has been changed to the 920. Now if I try to check this one in the leela.txt, then you will be able to understand. See here, the access time was 919 only, so the change time has been changed to the 920. So this is the thing. So the change time, C time, means what it is style. This time refers to the last time the metadata of the file has been changed. So something like the metadata means like file permissions, ownership, or the file location has been changed. So or anything means then the change time only will be changed, but the modify and the access time will not be changed. So when this modify and access time will be changed, I will try to show you. So this modification time will be changed is whenever you try to change the contents of the file. So this means the file was edited and the new information was added, deleted, or altered. So for this one, what we can do it is, so here I can do something like clear it, and here I will try to do nano leela.txt. So here I have used it and I have changed, I have written something and I have saved it and I have exited it. So now if you try to see the status for this one, so now if you see here, all the three has been changed. Why? Because so the access thing means, now I have accessed this file. So I have seen this file using the nano thing. So that's why access also has been changed. Modify means I have changed the files of the content. So when this modification is changed, means automatically the change time also will be changed. So that means these two are related to each other. When the modify time has been changed, then the C time will change. But when the C time is changed, means that could not be the rule that modify will not be changed. So here, so this one, the modify is related to this one, but the change is not related to the modifier. But when you are trying to access, means when you are trying to read the file, means only this access time will be changed, but this modifier time will not be changed. Now for example, let's say that I want to access this file, so I want to read the content of this file. I am not editing this file, I am trying to read this content of this file. So that means I can use cat leela.txt. Now I have read this file. So now if you try to see the status for this one, see now the access time has been changed to 923, but the modify and change time is like that only, but the birth time, so when the file has been created, is like that only, 919 only. So this is how you will be having. So that means you need to understand there are three types of timestamps related to the each file. First one is an access time. So the access time will be changed. Okay, so you need to understand that. I'm using this clear. So the access time will be changed whenever you are trying to read the file. So that can be using the nano or anything. So using the cat file or anything. So if you are trying to display, if the content of this one is displayed, means then the access time will be changed. So and the modification time means, so whenever you are trying to change the content of the file, whether you are trying to add it, delete it, or anything, you are trying to change the information in the file, means then the modification time will be changed. Change time means, so this one is important thing which you will be able to confuse. So when you are trying to change the metadata of the file, like you are trying to change the owner permissions, okay, so here when you are trying to change the owner permissions, when you are trying to change the file location, permissions, so file name, when you are trying to change the file name, so like this when you are trying to change, then only this change time will be changed, but the modification access time will not be changed. When the modification time is changed, means automatically the access time, change time, everything will be changed. Why? Because while you are trying to modification, you are trying to access the file, so that means the content will be displayed, and you are changing the file, automatically when you are changing the file, means the change time also will be affected. But when you are trying to change the metadata of the file, means modification time will not be affected. So this is the concept which you need to understand regarding this one. So these are the three things: modification time, access time, and the change time. So this will be little bit confusing at the initial time, so but you need to understand these things. So you can check the complete thing using the stat leela.txt, like this you can change it. So you can check it so that you can have a clear understanding about this one. Hope you understood about this concept. So if you have any, so this is all about this one. So this is very important to understand. At the starting time it will be little bit confusing, otherwise it will be all okay. So hope you understood about this concept. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about how we can access the file modification time or particular file modification time using the find method. So using the find method also, we can able to find a file, so which has been accessed 30 minutes ago, which have been accessed 2 days ago, and which has been modified 30 minutes ago. So like that you can have a filter using the find command. So let's try to see this one. So if you try to see man find of this one, I will try to show you man find, and if you press enter, so you will be able to see these all the things. And in the options, if you try to see here at the bottom, when you try to go down, maybe we can find it or not, I don't know. Global options, ignore version test. Yeah, here you will be able to see a min access min, a newer, a time access, so c min, c newer, c time, and you will be able to see the m also. So here you will be able to see m min, m time. So like this modification, change, and also the axis also you will be able to see. So these are the options which we can use it in the find command in order to find or filter out the files based on the access time or modification time or the change time. So I will try to show you some simple examples so that you can able to understand it very easily. So right now we are on the timestamps, right? So I will try to create a couple of files. So which was created 1 week ago, 1 month ago, 3 months ago, like that. I will try to show you. So for example, let's say that I am creating one file. So there is touch just now.txt file. So just now it has been created. So just now. So it has been created. ls-l, if you try to see, it has been created on April 24, 1020. Okay, fine. So now another file I will try to create. Touch. Okay. So here I will create 10 minutes ago. Okay, 10 minutes ago .txt, and here I can give a date, something like 10 minutes ago. So like this we can create it. Now if you try to see the ls-l, so it has been created in 1011. Okay, fine. So like this I will try to create another one, something like 1 week ago. Okay, so 1 week ago, and here we can write something like 1 week ago. So this is also created. So like this I will go on create. Another one is something like 1 month ago. 1 month ago, and here you can write okay. And if we try to see the ls-l, so these are created in March 24, 1 month ago, and April 17th, 1 week ago. Fine. So these are creating as expected. So now 1 month ago, and I will try to create another one, something like 3 months ago. 3 months ago, and here I can write 3 months ago. So if you try to see the ls-l, so it has been created on January, 3 months ago. Fine. So these things are less enough. So now I want to access these files. Find -mmin. Okay. So mmin. I want to find the files something like +30. So +30 means which has been created 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes. So 30 minutes, more than 30 minutes. Now if you try to see here, so now 1 week ago, 1 month ago, 3 months ago, and leela.txt, so we are able to get these files that are created 30 minutes ago, more than 30 minutes ago. Now if I want to get only exactly 30 minutes ago means, so you need to give it like this. So exactly 30 minutes ago we don't have any file. So if I try to give something like 10 minutes ago, so then also we are not getting. Why? Because this 10 minutes ago already that time, some of the time has been passed out. So fine. So now what I want to do it is, so here if I want to get it less than 30 minutes means I can use -30. So then I will be able to get just now.txt and 10 minutes ago. So these are created below 30 minutes. So like this you can able to access this one. So like this you can able to find it. Now not only this one, for example, let's say that I have accessed this 1 month ago. Okay, so I have accessed this file. Right now this file is entirely empty, but I have accessed this file. So now I want to check this file, something like find -. So this one is accessed, right? Amin. So you can use it amin, which has been more than 30 minutes ago, which has been accessed more than 30 minutes ago. So these are the files which has been accessed more than 30 minutes ago. Now less than 30 minutes ago means then you will be able to get 1 month ago this one. So here you will be able to get 1 month ago, see, or otherwise let's say that I have been accessed 5 minutes ago, let's see. So then I am able to get just now 1 month ago.txt, we are able to get it. So just now.txt means it has been created only 5 minutes ago, right? For example, if I try to give 2 minutes ago, then I am able to get only 1 month ago.txt. So this is how we can able to find the files or filter the files using the access time, change time, and also this what I want to say is modification time. So apart from this minimum, so we are giving 30 minutes level, right? We can also give in the time level. So for example, let's say that find hyphen m time. So you can give here time, and here you need to give in the 24 hours time. For example, if you are giving 1 means plus 1 means which has been created more than 24 hours ago. So in the days concept. So these are the 3 files which has been created 24 hours ago. So if I try to give more than 7 days means, then you will be able to get only 1 month and 3 months. 1 week ago has been gone. So like this you will be giving in the days ago. So like this is used in the days, and min is used in the minutes level. So these are the files which you will be able to see. And before closing this one, I also want to explain you another concept, that is nothing but logical operators in the find. For example, let's say that I am having a find, so I want to check it in the home page. So I want to check all the files which is a type file, and or otherwise no, sorry, hyphen name which starts or ends with Leela. Okay, so I have used it like this. So this is the file I want to check it. Now if you try to see here, I am able to find all the files. So but here I want to access only the hyphen type D. Okay, so the directory is this one only. But if I try to want to access the F, so you can access it like this. So here if you try to see the find and hyphen name and the hyphen type F, so these two are being used as the AND operator. So that means which should have a name Leela and it should be a type of file. So AND we are using. So that means in the middle we can also use hyphen AND. Okay, hyphen AND also you can use it. So not only this one, so you can also use a negation operator also. So here I want to have all the files which start with name Leela and not of file. So it should not be not of file. So here I am using a not operator. So now if you try to see here, I am getting only a directory file. So like this you can also use a not operator also. So we have seen about this AND operator, not operator. Apart from this one, you can also have an what I want to tell is OR operator also. So you can also use the OR and hyphen name, so which should have something like, so like this 0 to 9, I can use 0 to 9, and I will use the star here, star, and here also I will use the star. So now if you try to press enter, see these are all the files we are able to get it. So in this way we can use the logical operators like AND operator, not operator, and also the OR operator. So now here we have used about this not operator, right? So there is also a shortcut notation for this one, that is nothing but exclamatory. So if you use the exclamatory, then also it will work. It's not a problem. So these are the three logical operators which are available in the find operator. So you will be using this one when you are trying to do the complex find commands, complex find queries. When you are trying to do it, this will be useful. So that is one is AND operator, OR operator, and also the not logical operators. So these are the 3 things which will be available in the find method. So hope you understood about this accessing, filtering the files using the modification times, access time, and also the change time. And also we have seen about the logical operators available in the find operation, or the find method also. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Guys. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. So in this video, I will try to explain you some important concept, that is exec command and also the xargs command. So what is these two commands? Let's try to see. So exec command, why we will use this exec execute command in the find command is, so it is used as a part of the find command. So the find command why we will be using it is used for the Linux file search engine. So it helps you to locate the files and directories based on the various criteria, like we can use it by the name, by type, by modification time, by size, by permissions, and all those things we have seen it. So now what is this exec option? So exec option, the exec option is the place where the magic actually happens. It lets you to execute another command on each file or directory that find discovers. So this is perfect for the automating the tasks. I will try to show you. So for example, let's say that here we are, so here I am trying to show you the ls command. If I try to do the ls command, in the timestamps you will be able to see these are the files we are able to see. Now what I want to do is I want to find the file, okay, in the home directory. So home directory which starts with the name of star Leela. Okay, so my name which starts with the name like this. Now if I try to press enter, so we are able to see some of the files. So now, and also I will try to apply -type which should be files. So now I'm able to see 3 files are there, so which in the home directory having the name Leela. So fine. So now what I want to do it is, so I want to check within permissions and the user who created it, those all the things I want to check it. For example, let's say that ls-l, if I try to press it, so here you are able to see with the permissions and the timestamp and everything we are able to see it, right? So like this I want to check in the find command whatever the find files are there, so that means these 3 files I want to check those permissions also. How can we check? So normally we have learned so many things like pipe command. So here we can send the pipe the input, the standard output, so the whatever the output is coming, so we are sending it as a standard input here ls-l. If I try to press enter, so we are able to see the command something like ls-l only. So these 2 commands is one and the same. That means the whatever the output that is coming from the find command, so it is not going as a standard input to the ls. So why? Because ls doesn't take the standard input, so it takes only the arguments and it will display the current working directory details. So now in order to the files, whatever the files we are trying to send it, so if we want to send it as a standard input or anything, means what we can do it is, so we need to use the exec command. So here the exec command plays a role. So here instead of using this find command, so what can I do it is I can use the -exec. Okay, so here try to understand it very carefully. Try to maximize this one. Okay, so here exec, and in this exec, so first one is what I want to do it is, so what is the command I want to execute? ls-l. Okay, and here we need to mention the on each, so here you need to mention this braces, okay, the flower brackets we need to mention. So that means on each file you are trying to apply this ls-. So here this represents the current file, and afterwards you need to keep a semicolon in the quotes. So understand that, so you need to keep it in the quotes. This one semicolon means you are telling that the command has been finished. Now if you try to press enter, see for those 3 files whatever the find files is there, so those files only that exec command has been executed. So in this way the exec command will be very much useful. So not only this one, so we can also do so many options like copying the files, removing the files, like that also we can do it. For example, let's say that I want to remove the files. Okay, let's say that in the timestamps only I have created a file something like abc.txt and abcd.txt. So I have created something like 2 files I have created. Now I want to delete these files. First of all I need to find the files which will be starting with the abc. So that means what I will do, find in the home page -name, okay, -name, and here I can do something like abc star.txt file. Okay, so that's it. So I need to find the files. So we are able to get these 2 files. So what can you do it is, I want to delete these 2 files. Okay, so I want to delete these 2 files. So how can I delete these 2 files? So how can I delete these 2 files is -exec, and I can pass the rm command, and I can do that. I need to execute this rm command for all the files, and I can do a semicolon. Now if I try to press enter, so these files automatically it will be deleted. So but this one is a very scary and the dangerous command. Why? Because automatically the files will be deleted. Instead of that one, so instead of using this exec, you can use the OK command. OK command means it will ask you all the time, do you want to delete, do you want to delete. So -OK, or otherwise you can use something like, let's check this one, where is that command on or what? Yeah, not this one. Yeah, so rm, instead of using this exec command, I will try to use the OK command, -OK. Now when I press enter, it will ask you that I want to delete this one. If I press n means it will not delete. If I press n means it will not delete. So like this. So like this you can use the OK. When you are trying to use with rm means it will ask you that permission that when I do I need to delete this file or not. So this is the exec command. So not only this deletion thing, we can also use to copy. For example, let's say that, so this one abc star.txt we are having it, right? So I want to copy this file. So here I can use the exec copy the current file, okay, and I want to rename this file in such a way that the current file name I need to have, and you need to place it with the copy, okay, or backup or anything you can have it, and I need to end it with a semicolon. That's it. So if I press enter, automatically the files will be created. If I try to see the ls-l, see here you will be able to see abcd.text_copy, abc_copy. So these two files has been created. So like this we will be using this exec command in order to implement, in order to send the command. So, and apart from the exec, we can also use another command exarch, which can be used as a standalone also. So the same thing we can implement, we can achieve this one using the exarch also. For example, let's say that find -name, so abc star, if I try to use it, and if I try to press, so we are able to get it like this, right? So for exec command you will be using -exec, what is that command we will be using? So ls-l, and I can use something like this, and here I can use the semicolon. So this one, so we are able to get this all the things. So instead of this exec we can also use the exarch also. So for example, here you can send as a pipeline pipe exarch, okay, ls-l. Now when you try to see the same output, we can able to achieve the same output using the exarch also. Exarch is a different command, so it can be used as a standalone thing also. So that is one thing you need to understand it. So now some Linux commands have limits on the number of arguments you can pass them if find produce a massive list of files. So it may exceed these limits. So that's the reason exarch will be using. So what is the difference between this exec and exarch is, so exec will try to execute this ls command on each file. So that means it will try to do ls-t, ls-test, ls-abc, ls-abcd, like this it will try to execute on each file. Whereas the exarch, whatever the data we are able to find it from, whatever the data we are able to get it, it is bundled, and at a time ls-l will be executed on all the files at a time. So this is the difference between these two things. So that means you need to understand that exarch is more efficient than the execute thing. Why? Because exec executes on the on all the files, each individual file it will try to execute the command, whereas the exarch it will try to bundle all the output, and it will run the ls-l command all the things at a time. If you want to check it means, so we can use -t option, I think, I didn't remember exactly, so that you can able to see ls-l and it has executed on all the files. See, so like this you will be able to see. So this is the difference between exec and exarch command. So hope you understood about these two things. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video, and if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video we will learn about the another important command in the Linux that all the people mostly are aware of this one, that is grep command. What is this grep command? So now grep command, what it will be trying to do is, it is one of the powerful command in the Linux. It is used to search the text within the files. So here don't get mistaken or confused with the find command. Find command will try to find the files, but the grep command will try to find the text in the files. So if the matching pattern or the text in the files, it will try to match it. The name comes from the phrase globally search. It stands for globally search a regular expression and print. So something like full name, full form, it will be like that. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video we will learn about the one of the important command in the Linux, that is about the grep command. I think most of the people know about this grep command, or somehow in somewhere if you are having experience in the Linux, or if you have seen any Linux command or anything, so you will be able to have know about this one, that is grep command. So what does this grep command actually does? So the grep command, what it will try to do is, it is used for searching the text within the files. So that is one important concept you need to understand. So don't mistaken or confuse with the find command. So find command, what it will do is it will try to find the files. Okay, it will try to find the files with the file name. It will try to search for a pattern and it will search for the file names. Whereas the grep command, it will try to search for the text that is present inside the files. So that is the thing. So normally the full form for this one is something like globally search a regular expression and print, the grep full form. Now I will try to show you the basic syntax of this one, and we'll try to see how we can find how we can use this grep command in the Linux. So most of the times we'll be using this grep thing. For example, let's say that the full form for the syntax for this one is grep, and you need to give a pattern and the file name. So this is the syntax for this one. So if you try to check the manual for this grep command, so here you'll be able to see the manual for this one. So here you'll be able to see the description. Grep searches for the patterns in each file. Patterns means so whatever the text you are trying to provide. So now here we'll see we will be having some options and all those things. I will try to show you some important options which we will be using in the regular basis. Now let's try to move it outside. So here let's say that for example I am having a file or something like that. Let's say we are not in the desktop, right? So I am in the desktop. So let's say that ls. Okay, so we are having some leela.txt, right? So let's try to open this leela.txt, whether any data existing or not. It doesn't have anything. Let's go to the cleanup. So maybe in the cleanup directory we are having so many files, right? In the 2ds also we used to have so many files. I didn't remember exactly. So here, yeah, here we have some couple of things, and if I try to do data.txt, so we are able to have these all the things, right? Now for example, let's say that, so this is our file, okay? In the this is our data.txt file. Let's assume in the data.txt file I want to search for a text Leela. So whether the Leela word is present in the file name or not. So if I want to search it means, so then I can provide like this grep Leela. I want to search for this Leela name, okay? And which file I want to search it in the to-dos, you know, the data.txt. That's it. So now if you try to see here, so you'll be able to see the line, the entire line has been printed, that it is able to find that thing. So this is the basic thing. So not only like this. So for example, let's say that grep, I want to search for milk in shopping list.txt file. Let's say, so we are not able to find it. Let's say that it is not there. I will try to print capital M. Now we are able to find it. So that is there in the first place. That one dot milk is there. So if you try to see cat shopping list.txt file, so there you will be able to see one dot milk. So this is the basic thing which you will be able to find. See, in a file, particular file name. So if you want to search for a particular string or anything, so particular text, so then you will be able to use this grep command. So there are some particular type of options are there in this one, so which I will try to tell you about this one. So for example, let's say that previously we have tried to search with the grep milk, okay, and shopping list.txt we have seen it, right? Shopping list.txt file. So we have tried. So now we are not able to find it. Why? Because but in the shopping list.txt file the text milk is present, but if you try to observe carefully, it is case insensitive, okay? So case sensitive. So that means the grep command, the search is case sensitive. So the capital M has and the small m has a difference. So if you don't want that one means, so for example the same thing if I try to match it with capital M means, then it is coming, okay? So now for example let's say that nano shopping list, okay, if I try to add 4 dot small, okay, so here if I try to exit, sorry, so if I try to exit here, and if I try to search for this grep capital milk, we are able to get it. Small milk means we are able to, so but here the milk is there 2 times, but here we are getting only 1 time only. So milk is there 2 times. So if I try to search for another one, something like small m means, then we are getting the small m also. So for example, let's say that if you don't want the case sensitive thing means, then we need to use the option -i. That is nothing but grep -i, and I want to search for the milk option, and here in the shopping list.txt file. That's it. Now you'll be able to see that in the 4 places. So you will be able to see that one dot means the entire line has been printed here. So that is one thing. So and also I want to this is how you will be using this one. So -i option means case insensitive search. If you want to have a case insensitive search means then you need to use an -i option. We also have an -n option also, -c option, sorry. -c option means it will try to give you the total number of count of the matching lines. For example, let's say that the same thing I will try to apply -i and also the -c. Then it will give that the two lines are getting matched. Now if I try to do something like, I will remove this one. So now only one match is there. The same thing I will try to do nano shopping list.txt file. Okay, and here I will try to do, okay, and here I will try to write some text here. So let's say that anything. So here this is milkman. Okay, so here the milk is different word, and here the milkman, it is a part of the word. The milkman is sending the from the form. Okay, so let's try to add it. So here I will try to do it. Now I will try to search for the grep -c milk. Now you will be able to see only two options are there. So now if I, why because, so if you try to search for the milk means, so here you will be able to see that milk 1, 2 and 3. So three times you will be able to get it. Okay, so the 3 times you are able to counting the number of matching lines. Actually it is matching the lines. So lines it is trying to tell you, and here it is trying to tell you that milk and the here this is the matching. For example, let's say that I want to have the exact match only. So milk only it is show. Here it is a part of the milk is a part of the word. So in that scenario, what you need to do it is, so here you need to write -w. Okay, exact word it will try to take it. Sorry. Okay, so hyphen thing you need to get. So now you will be able to see that only the milk and the milk you are able to get it. Now the same thing -count means, so what you will try able to get it. So 2 you are able to get it. For example, let's say that I am having something like -i. So you will be able to see that 4 times it is matching. -iw also you can use it. -iw. Then you will be able to see that only the 3 things is matching. So now if you try to give C also, it will give you the number of match. The count it will try to give it 3. So this is how you will be able to get it. So this is how we will be able to get this one. So now another thing which I want to explain you is so these are the options. So now let's say that we are searching for only single text only. So sorry, single file only we are searching. Let's say that I will go outside, and here I want to get grep. I want to search in the entire directory, in the to-dos directory. I want to search it. So then I can use it something like -r, recursive search. So which we will be using for the rm command and all those things, recursive search. And the pattern I want to match it is the Leela. Okay, and the directory will be the current directory. So that is dot. Now if I try to press enter, so here you will be able to see that in the data.txt, so there is a file Leela, and we are able to see it. And if you want to get the line number means, then you can use an option something like -n. Then you will be able to see that in the first line it is there. So now if I try to open this cat data.txt, then you will be able to see that where it is located. See here in the first line it is located. If I want to search for the David means or Martin means, let's see. So grep -r Martin, right? So Martin and the current version date is dot. So now we are not able to get it. Why? Because it's a case insensitive thing. It's a case sensitive, sorry. So now if I do I means, then you are able to see that in the third place it is there. So but I want to search it in the total desktop directory. Then what I can do it. So here I can use this -r, and also we can use it and search it for the Leela. So there's so many places you will be able to see it. And here you can use /desktop. So you can use it directly and press enter. See in the 3 places it is there. So Leela, and you are able to see in the data.txt. In the website also we are having 3 times. So this is how we can search for the recursive. This is a recursive search. What is this one I am trying to tell you? So if you want to search for entire thing means, then you will be able to see it like this. For example, I don't know. So in the desktop I know that somewhere it is hidden something like milk. We are able to see it, right? If I press enter, see in these many places it is there. Shopping list.txt is there. So many places we are able to see. In the common.txt it is there. In the combined.txt file it is there. So like this we are able to get these many files, we are able to find it. So like this we will be using the grep command in order to find the complete search in this one, in entire files, and also in the particular file also you can use it. So we can not only this pattern thing in the text thing, we can also use a regular expression also. For example, let's say that I don't know, let's say that grep, okay, I want to search -r, okay, it should be case insensitive, and here I don't know that whether so e will be present more than once or not. So what can I do here? I can use something like, I don't know, so whether it is present e or not. So you can use a what I want to tell you is, for example, let's say that any option is there. So milk is there, let's assume, okay, so milk is there. I don't know whether this one is I or something like that. So I can use something like I or o. Oh sorry, I or o. So this is having something like a pattern that I don't know whether this I is present or not. I or o is present. So you can search it like this. Now if you press enter, so we will be able to find the options which we are having with an I option, and also with an O option also we can able to get it. Right now we are not having anything. So let's say that in the shopping list.txt file only, I will try to open shopping sorry, these are all the things. I will try to remove it. Okay, I am trying to remove it, and here nano shopping list.txt file I am using, and here instead of using this mi, I am using the mo. Okay, so mo I am using, and here let's try to save it in, and the same command I will try to use it. So I want to get files which is having milk or molk. So now I can press enter. See here somewhere I am able to find this option with molk also. So like this we can use a regular expression in the pattern, and you can search for the files. You'll try to learn more about this regular expression in the next videos. So hope you understood about this grep command. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video, and if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video we will learn about the extended regular expression grep. So that means what I want to explain you is, using the grep, not only the text we will be able to search, we can also able to search using the regular expression also. So I will try to show you one thing. So if you try to search for the manual of the grep, and here you will be able to see that along with the grep you will be able to have some other options like e grep, f grep, r grep, something like that. And if you come down something like this, here you will be able to see that e grep, f grep is nothing but it is a representation of grep hyphen e. That is nothing but e grep, it is trying to say. So this e grep is nothing but, so which is trying to use the extended regular expression. So that means whenever you want to use the regular expression type of pattern for searching the text means, then you can use this hyphen e option. So for this one I will try to explain you the scenario. So let's quit from this man. So here I am in my home directory. Let's go to the desktop, and here you will be having leela.txt file. So if you try to see this leela.txt file, so here you will be able to see some data. Okay, so the huge articles or something like that, it is there. So what I want to explain you in this one is, so for example, let's say that I want to search for grep question mark, okay, in the leela.txt. So here I want to search it for question mark. You know that in regular expression question mark has a separate has a meaning, okay, 0 or 1, 0 or none, sorry, 1 or none, 1 or 0 or something like that. Okay, so at least one existence should be there, or otherwise no, something like that, question mark. So now if you try to search for this one grep question mark, and here you will be able to see, instead of searching it something like a regular expression, it has such literally searched as a text. So here you will be able to see the 3 occurrences are there with a question mark. So that means here the grep, instead of looking it as a regular expression, it is looking it as a plain text. So in regular expressions, if you try to see, so you have a separate meanings for special characters, something like plus, star, question mark, flower bracket, square bracket, this type of things you will have a separate meaning. So that is the thing. So here if you want to search the using the grep with a regular expression means, then you need to use the extended grep, that is nothing but egrep. So here, in order to search for this one, for example, let's say that I want to search for market, let's assume. So market in the leela.txt file. So here I want to search for leela.txt file, and here you'll be able to see market, and here markets. So here you are having one word, and markets like this. So that means we are able to find a sub. So here we are able to find the exact market or as a part of the word. So now if I want to do something like exact word, I want to match it, so that left and right there should not be any character or anything means. So then you do it something like grep market -w. We can use an -w. Let's see. Then you will be able to see, you will be able to get only market. Dot is not a character, so it's an ABCD character, not something. So now market. So we are able to match the exact thing. Now if I want to search only the markets, so let's try to see only the markets. Then I am able to search only the markets here. Okay. So now if I try to keep a question mark here, so question mark here, if I try to keep a question mark, now I am not able to find anything. Why? Because so here markets with a question mark, this text is not available. But here the question mark is a regular expression. I want to make this one as a regular expression. So that means this S should be present or not. So that means I want to find the search which the match should be market or markets. So that means S is an optional. So I want to make this like this. So then what I need to do, I need to use a egrep, or otherwise I can use an -e option. Now if you try to search here, we are able to find the markets like this. We can able to find it. So that means, so this is an optional thing. So like this extended thing we can able to use it. So not only like this, we can use anything. So for example, let's say that I want to find some words, something like grep -e, and I want to match something like vowels AEIOU, and it should be exactly 2 in the leela.txt file. So whether we can able to find it or not. Now you will be able to find literal so many words like OI, and here you will be able to IO, IA. So that means, so we are able to find the vowels. So it should have at least 2. So you can also keep an we'll try to see. So we can see exact 3. So whether we can able to find the exact 3 or not. Yes, we are able to find exact 3 like UAI and OUE also it is available. So like this we can able to find it. So now you can also have it range of characters, something like 2,3. So that means in between 2 to 3. So then you can able to find so many options. You can able to find the 3 options also, where you can, so here you will be able to see the 3 options and 2 options you can able to find. So like this we can use the regular expression combination. So we have so many types of regular expressions. We can use the regular expression combination in the grep. So that is the extended regular expression using the grep. So this is one thing which I want to explain you. The another concept before closing of the grep which I want to tell you is, we can also use the grep as a piping. So the piping of the grep also we can use it. For example, let's say that we are having a PS. Okay. So this is the PS means current working processes in my home directory. So if you want to check all things means, you can search it like this. So you can able to find all the working progress. So now here if you try to search it here, so we are able to see lot many processes are running in the system, right? So if I want to search for a particular thing means, I can use a grep option, and whatever the text I want to search, so in Leela I can use it. Now if you try to see only the process which have a Leela as a text, then you will be able to find it in the thing. So like this you can pipe the options. Okay. So for example, let's say that we can also use a find option. In the find option also we can use the grep. So for example, let's say that I want to tell you that I want to find the names which is matching star.txt. So here you will be able to see, and I want to search it only in my home directory. So that means tilt. So here I can keep it like this. Okay. So like this I can keep it, and I want to check that which is not empty. So the files should not be empty. So now these are the files which doesn't have any empty, and those starts with the start.txt. So now and again what I want to do is, so out of this I want to get only the files. Okay, so which is of type files, not directories. So now I am able to get it. So these are all the data I want to pass it to the grep. So I can use an exec and I can use the grep command, and I want to search the word Leela whether it is present in the text or not, and I can use this one. So we need to end it like this, semicolon. Now if I try to press enter, see I am able to find only one text, but we are not able to find the file name. So if I want to get the file name, means what I can do is I can use a -l option. Then it is telling that it is present in the to-do/data.txt file. So like this we can able to use the grep option in the find by using the exec method, which we have seen that command also, or otherwise we can use the pipe option also. And if you want to know the line number, means, so I didn't remember exactly the options, -n I think, yeah, in the first line you will be able to see it. So this is how we will be using the grep command in different scenarios, like piping of the grep, and we can use it in the find command. And also we have seen about the extended grep, extended regular expression functionality using the grep. So this is all about the grep things. In the next videos we will learn about the permissions of the file, what are the permissions and all those things you will see. Hope you understood about this grep command. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video we will learn about the one of the important concept in the Linux, that is about the permissions of the file. So for any file or the directory in the Linux, you will be having a permissions. So I will try to explain you about the permissions thing in this video. So for example, let's go here. So right now I am having two users in this Linux. So if you want to add users, means, so you can go to something like in the settings. So here in the settings you can go and you can add the users. So here you will be able to have the users somewhere at the bottom. Yeah. So right now in this one we are having two users with the name Leela and also the test user. So up to now what we have tried to do is, so we are trying to work only in the test user. So right now I have created another user Leela, and I have logged in into this current system. So if you want to create the new user, means, so just first you need to unlock it, so that it will ask you to enter the password. So enter the password, and then afterwards you can so fine, yeah, then afterwards you can create the add the user. So like this you can add the user. So this is how we can create a user. So right now after creating the user, if you try to see in our home page, so let's go to the home page, or otherwise you can check it something like who am I, and this is the current logged in user is Leela. And now here if I try to go to the cds ... and you will be able to see that there are two users in this one, that is Leela and also a test user. Okay, so right now we are in the, so if I try to do this one, so right now I am in ls-l. So right now I am in the Leela folder. So now if you try to see here, what I want to explain you is, so here this is the important thing, you need to understand it clearly, that whenever I try to do if I try to do, so here if I go here one step back, and here this is the home, and in this one we are able to have Leela and the test user. So I want to go to the test user, so just I will try to go to the test user. So now I am able to go to the test user. So what I will try to do is I will log in as a test user now. So if I try to switch the user, so let's try to switch the user, and now here I am trying to switch the user. So let's go back. Yeah, I want to switch to the test1234. So this is the user password, and if I go here, and this is our test user thing, and let's remove this one all. Yeah, and here this is the thing, and here you will be able to see Leela and test user. Now I want to go to the Leela. Now if I try to go to the Leela, now it is saying the something like permission is denied. So that means, whereas in the Leela user he can able to enter both into the Leela, that his home page, and also he can able to go into the test user also, whereas the test user cannot go into the Leela's profile. So why? Because permission is denied. So how can this permission is getting assigned? So this is one of the important concept you need to understand. So here if you try to see here for any variable, so ls-l, it will give you the complete details for this one. So if you try to see, I will go to the Leela terminal, yeah, and I will go something like this, ls-l, okay, fine, cd tilt and cd dot dot, and yeah, if I try to do ls hyphen l, now you will be able to see some series of things. So here you will be able to see the first one. Here you will be able to see it, right? The owner or the user. So normally we can say it as a user who has created this folder. So whom this folder belongs to. So then if it is in the navy blue color, means it is a directory. You can understand it. And this is the user or the owner of the thing. So Leela is the user. Normally this second one is a group. So group means it will have a group of users. So who can have this access for this directory. So by default, if you doesn't have any group, means when you first create it, so the group name also will be the username only, and afterwards we'll try to see how we can create the groups and all those things. We'll try and see it. And the permissions for this one, if you try to observe here, so this is some weird type of permissions you will be able to see. D or wx or hyphen x and hyphen hyphen hyphen. So this is the thing you will be able to see it. So this is one thing which you need to understand. So now here if you try to understand, so the first one is the D. So this one is called as a directory. Now if you go into the cd test user, or otherwise if I try to go into the home page and if I try to do ls hyphen l, and here you will be able to see something like a D, right? The first letter or the first character, if you try to see, it is a D. D represents the directory. So that means this one is a directory. And here if you try to see file a underscore txt, it is a hyphen. Hyphen represents it's not a directory, it's a file. So like that you also have a something like L also. L means it's a symlink, and you'll be also having a C, that is a character special file. So like this with different types of things will be there. If you go to the etc, or otherwise if you want to create an symlink means, then you will be able to get it. So this first one denotes the type of the file. Okay, it's a file type or the directory type. It's whether it is a directory or a file or a symlink, like that it will represent. And now you need to understand about these three things. So here you need to divide each one into 3 sets. Okay, so here totally you will be having something around 10 characters will be there. Out of this one, the first character you are able to understand it, and remaining characters, so you need to understand it. Notepad, I will try to open this one in the notepad. If you try to see here, so you will be able to see rwx, and this one you need to, and here r hyphen x, and here you can see something like hyphen hyphen x or something like this. So these are the things. And here the first 3 characters or the first 3 letters denotes the permissions for the user. User means nothing but the owner. So you can say you can tell it as an owner. Okay, and the second one, if you try to see, it denotes the permissions for the group. Okay, so group, so the group, for to which group that either the directory or the file belongs to. And this one belongs to the others or the world. So something we will say it as an world. So that means others, so outside people, how many permissions they are having. So like this in the Linux, the permissions will be divided to each directory or the file or anything. So here if you try to understand, if you hear, you will be able to understand. So read, write and execute. So this one is having read, write and execute, and this one is having r hyphen x. So that means it has, the group has only read permission, and there is no write permission, and there is an execute permission, and read hyphen x. So like this. So this is how you will be able to see this one. For example, let's say that, so right now I am not able to access this one, right? So if I try to go to the ls, so here who am I? So let's try to check it. So I am a test user, right? If I try to go to the Leela, so permission is denied. So let's try to go back to the Leela user. Okay, switch the user. So we will go back to the, I will try to show you. So switch the user. So let it switch. So I came back to this one. So here we are in the test user. So here which I am, who am I? So this one is Leela. So this time this one is not test user. Who am I? So now I went into the test user. So here how I am able to enter into the test user is, so here if you try to see, if I try to see this one ls hyphen l, so now the test user directories and all those things, outside people has a read permission and also an execute permission. So execute permission for this directory means, so that means if you have execute permission, then only you can enter into the directory. Now I will go into this cd test user. Okay, sorry, cd test user. So let's say that ls hyphen l. Now if you try to see, for example, let's say that this is the file a underscore txt. So now the other people, so right now the user is Leela. So right now I am accessing it as in Leela, and this file belongs to user test user, and it belongs to a group test user. So none of the user and group doesn't belongs to me. So now there is a read permission for this one other people. So if I try to do cat file underscore a dot txt means, so now there is nothing content available in this one, so I am able to read that file. Okay, so but if I want to execute that file, so that means I want to write that file underscore a dot txt. So here you will be able to see file underscore a dot txt is an unwritable, so that means I cannot able to write this file, but I can able to read this file. So that is one thing you need to understand. So that is the meaning of this one. So what is this one? So here the read hyphen hyphen means I can able to do it. So now if you are having execute permissions and all those things means you can. So now for example snap, the snap is a directory, right? So here you don't have any permission to read, write, execute. But if I try to enter into the cd snap means, so it will tell you that permission is denied. So why? Because I am not able to access it. So these are the different types of permissions you will be having in the Linux. So this is a brief introduction about the permissions and all those things. In the next video what we will try to do is we will try to see how we can edit these permissions or how we can update these permissions and all those things for a file. I will try to explain you. So using the chmod. So that is one thing. So I am giving you a brief overview of this one. So read, write, execute. So these are the things you will try to see one by one. So how we can able to access it. Hope you understood about these permissions of the files and the directories in the Linux. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn how we can alter the permissions for a file or a directory. In the previous video, we have understand about the basics of this file permissions. So how the file permissions will be there, who will be the owner, group, and also the others, the file permissions we have seen it. If I try to do the ls, so here ls-l, then you will be able to see. So these are the type of permissions we have seen, and we have seen each of these permissions, how these will be assigned. So now in this video we will learn how we can alter these permissions. In order to alter these permissions, so what we can do it is, so we will be using the command called as an chmod. So let me open the notepad so that you can able to understand clearly. I will mention the points. So to alter the commands, we will be using the chmod command. So this stands for change mode. So this stands for the change mode. So it is a powerful tool used to manage the file and the directory permissions in the Linux. Not only in the Linux and other Unix like operating systems also. So these permissions determine who can do and what your files, and folders. So this is the thing. So before going into the chmod and altering the permissions, first I want to explain you a brief introduction about this Linux file permissions. As I already explained you in the previous video, but just I will go through a brief introduction. So there are three basic permissions in the Linux and Unix based system. That is nothing but read, write, and execute. So these are the three permissions. For every file you will be having three basic file permissions. And here we can denote it with an R, and we write means W and execute means X. So these are the things. So read means allows a user to view the contents of a file or list the contents of a directory. And write means allows the user to modify the contents of a file or create or delete the files within a directory. Execute means allows a user to run a file as a program if it is a script or executable or enter into a directory. So this is the main thing. So how these permissions apply? So Linux permissions apply to three classes of users. So that means three category of users. First one is called as an owner, and the another one is called as an group, and the last one is called as an others. So these are the three category of users, so to which the file permissions will be applied. So user means the user who created the file, or the owner means the user who created the file or the directory. So normally we call it as a user. So here the group means the group of users which the file owner belongs to. And this one is the all other users in the system. So all other users means all other users other than the group or owner, all other users. So now this is the brief introduction about the file permissions and all those things. Now let's learn about the chmod. So I want to explain you about the chmod. So chmod, normally in order to alter the permissions using the chmod, practically there are two main ways to use the chmod. So that means two ways are there how we can alter the permissions or how we can use the chmod command. So first one is the symbolic mode. So first one is the symbolic mode which I want to explain you. I will explain you with an examples also. So here the symbolic mode, what I want to tell you is you can use the letters to represent the permissions and operators to add or remove them. So normally I told you about the read, okay, read, and another one is the write, so which is W, and the last one is then execute, so which is an X. So these are the permissions. So for every file we can give these three permissions only. Other than these three permissions we cannot give anything. So in the chmod, if you want to use it means, so we will be using a symbolic representation. First one is a plus. Plus means it will add the permission, okay, and the another one is minus. Minus means it will remove the permission, remove permission, and the last one is equal to. So it will exactly set the permissions and it will remove other permissions. Whatever the permissions you have given, it will set it, and remaining permissions it will remove. So these are the three things which you will be applied. And the classes, or otherwise the categories. Category of users means nothing but, you know that there is nothing but three types of owners, that is owner, group, and others. So this will be represented using U. So owner means U, that is nothing but user. Group means G, and here another one is others means O. Okay. So if you want to represent all the things, all combined, if you want to represent means, then you can use the A. A means all. That's it. So these are the symbolic representations which you will be adding. So I will give you some practical examples so that you can able to understand very easily. So let me maximize this one so that you can able to understand. Yeah. So now here the examples which I want to do is, so for example, let's say that chmod u plus x file.txt, let's assume. So here u plus x means, so u means user or the nothing but owner, and plus means we are adding a permission, execute. So that means for the owner, this file, for the owner we are adding the execute permission. So that means adds the execute permission to the owner. And here another one is chmod g minus w file.txt, let's assume. So here it will remove the write permission for the group that owns. So for the group, minus means it will remove the write permission. And the another one is, let's say that chmod a plus r file.txt. So here for all the users like owner, group, and the others, everyone, it will be assigned the read permission. So that is one thing. And then the last one is, which I want to explain you, is chmod a is equal to r file.txt. So here for all the category of users like owner, group, and others, it will be assigned read permission. Other permissions, if it is there, means it will be removed. So this is the thing which you need to understand. So let's try to see the practical implementation of this one so that you can have a clear idea. So here let's go to the CD desktop. I am going into the CD desktop. We have a permissions folder. Let's go into the permissions folder, and here you will be having ls-l. So there is one file available, that is file.txt. So now right now the owner or the user has only read permission. So let's assign the write permission to this one. Why? Because if I try to use this nano file.txt, so I cannot able to write it. Why? Because I am the owner of this file, but I am unable to write it. So here at the bottom it is describing that the file is unwritable. Okay. So let's make it writable. So for this one I will be using chmod. So user or the owner plus write permission, and I will give the file name. That's it. So now if you try to see that one, so here I am able to see that user has an or the owner has an write permission. Now the same command, if I try to use this one, so now this one is writable. So you can save it and you can come and you can check this one also, not a problem. So now we have assigned the write permission for this one. If I want to remove the write permission for a group means, so I will be using chmod group, right, group g minus w file.txt. That's it. So now if I try to see the read permission has been removed. So now what I want to do it is, I want to assign only the read permission to all the category of the users. So that means it should be only read permission only, or otherwise I want to remove the read permission. Okay. Or otherwise I want to remove the I want to remove the read permission for all the user for all the category of the things. So here I can use chmod a for all things minus r file.txt. I can use it. Now if you try to do ls-l, see read permission has been removed for all the users. Now if I want to assign means chmod a plus r file.txt, for everyone it will be assigned r permission. For example, let's say that I want to assign the write permission and all those things means, so chmod a plus w file.txt, I will assign it chmod a plus execute file.txt, I will assign. So now if I try to do ls-, see all the permissions is there for this one. So if I do here ls-l, all the permissions are there for this one. So now what I want to do is I want to assign only the read permission to this one. So I want to remove all the permissions. So in that reason what I can do is chmod a is equal to r, that's it. So now only the read permission will be assigned to all the category of use, all the category of groups, and remaining all permissions will be removed. So if we try to see here, see only the read permissions has been assigned. So in this way, so if I want to assign write permission means a is equal to w file.txt, that's it. So ls-l. So so remaining permissions will be removed, right? So in that reason we need to use a plus r, then you will be able to get the permission C. So this is how the chmod permissions using the symbolic link will be applied. So these are the main things which you need to understand. So what are the main things is, so these are the things. So symbolic modes, they are read, write and execute, and plus is add permission, minus is remove permission, is equal to is set permission, and owner, group and others all. So these are the things. Hope you understood about the chmod. And the second way of using this one is octal notation or the numeric mode notation. I will try to explain you in the next video so that you can have a clear idea. I don't want to confuse you. So this chmod is the most common way which we will be using. This way is the most common way which we will be using, and the other way also we can use it. I will explain you in a clearly and easier manner so that you can have a clear understanding about that one. So that's it guys about this chmod. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In the previous video, we have learned about the chmod command, that is change mode command, to alter the file permissions. So we have seen one way of implementing the chmod command, that is nothing but symbolic notation. The symbolic notation means which we will be giving you the some symbols like assigning a permission or removing a permission, something like that, and we have learned about this one. So now in this video we will try to learn about the another way of implementation, that is nothing but octal or the numeric mode. So this is another implementation of this one. Octal or the numeric mode is nothing but something like octal implementation of this one. So you will be having 0 to 7. So this is the octal thing, and each one will be representing something like a binary value. So here if you try to see the triple digit, something like 0, if you try to say, that means nothing, none of the permission has been given. So that means it stands for 0, 0, 0. And if you want to give only the X permission means, then we need to give 1. So that means 0, 0, 1. So read, write and execute. So when it is 1 means then it is on, when it is 0 means it is off. So like this we will be having different ways of implementation. So where it is 111 means the 7. So that is read, write and execute. So this is the implementation, and each permission has a numeric value. So this is an octal implementation of this one, and another one is nothing but what I want to tell you is octal implementation of this one. So for numeric implementation, so each permission will have a numeric value. That means read will be having a value of 4, and write will be having a value of 2, and execute will be having a value of 1. So you can also use either this way or otherwise this way. So now for example, you can combine these to form a 3-digit number representing owner, group and also the other permission. So that is one thing. So for example, let's say that I want to apply something like for the for the user, I want to apply only owner. If I want to apply only read write means, so then I can implement something like chmod. So only read write for the owner if I want to apply means, then I need to use the 6. Okay, and then for the what I want to do is, so if I want to apply for the group also the read write permission means like this. For others I want to have only X permission means, then I can use the 1. So this means 661 means, so for the user, so this 6 represents for the user and 6 represents for the group and 1 represents for the others. So this is little bit of confusing or little bit of somewhat difficult for us. So the previous one is somewhat easy, but this one is somewhat difficult, but Okay, fine. So just I want to explain to you the concept. That is why I am explaining you. I can also tell you in a simpler fashion also. If you remember these three values, numeric values, like read has 4, 4, 2, 1. If you have these values, then if you try to see here, simple. So I want to apply chmod. I want to apply read write permission to the user, means read and write 4 plus 2 is 6, and I want to apply 6 group for the group also, and I want to apply only execute, means then it is only 1. So like this you can apply. So this is the how we will be having. So now I will try to I will try to show you some scenarios. So for example here ls-l, let's assume. So let's go to the desktop. So we have some permissions file, right? So here we will be having some permissions file. Okay, ls-l. Let's try to, yeah, ls-l. Now this one is having read write permission you having. I want to apply only the execute permission for all the three. So then I can apply something like chmod execute, means 1 1 1, and I can apply file.txt. That's it. So now if you try to see here, only the execute permission has been applied. If I want to apply only read write execute permission for all of them, means then I can use chmod 777 permission to the file.txt. Then all the permissions will be assigned to this one. So if you try to see here, I want to apply only read and execute. So then what I need to do is, read means 4 and execute means 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Chmod 5, and I want to apply only read write permission to the group. So that means read and write means 4 plus 2 6, and I want to apply only the read permission to the others. So that means 4 5 6 4 I can use it. So then I can use file.txt. That's it. So now if you try to see here ls-l, so like this you can able to implement it. So this is what I want to explain you about the concept. So examples, if I want to give 755 permission, means then owner I am giving read and execute, okay, for the group read write and execute. So for example, let's say that 755 means for the owner I am giving read write execute, and read execute for the group and others. So if I try to use file.txt, then ls-l, so read write execute, read execute, and these permissions 640, so 666, like this you can use it. So now whenever you want to, common chmod use cases will be whenever you want to make the what I want to do is make the scripts executable, means then what you can use it is chmod plus x file.txt. You can use it like this. Then if you try to see, so then you will be able to see that read execute will be applied to this one. So for example, if you want to secure the file, then it should be private. So if you want to make a file private, means then you need to use something like chmod 600 file.txt. So that means only owner will have the permission to read write, and remaining all will not have any permission. So this is the securing the file. So it's something like a private file, you can say. So if you want to have a group to collaborate, means then you need to give a permissions 664. Okay. So file.txt. These are the common things which you will be giving. So when you are assigning, so here for the owner you are having read write, and for the group you are having read write, but others you have only the read permission only. So this is one thing which you need to understand. So generally we will use this type of permissions which will be for a file to have it. So that's it. Additional notes which I want to tell you is, before closing of this one, you usually need administrative privileges. That means we can use it using the sudo to change the permission of the file that you do not want. For example, the file, if you are not having, if the file doesn't belongs to you, means then we need to use a sudo command. So I will explain you about this sudo thing also. To change the permissions recursively within a directory, including the subdirectories, we need to use the -r option. So that means, for example, I want to apply for all the files in the permissions directory, means then I need to use -r, and you can give u plus x, something like this, and you can give the permissions folder. So like this you can give it. So this is how you can do it. And if you want to know more about these details and all those things, so what I will try to do is, so you can go to the man chmod, and you can see all the things, all the manual descriptions. So chmod change the file mode bits, and here you will be able to see options and all those things you will be able to see. And we have learned about one option, that is nothing but hyphen or hyphen hyphen recursive. This is the full form notation, and this one is the short notation. So that's it guys about this chmod. In the next video we will try to learn about the SU and also the pseudo privileges. So hope you understood about the chmod. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video, and if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video we will learn about some of the important concept in the Linux, that is about the SU command. So the SU command stands for the substitute user. So why we use this SU command? So SU command, short form substitute user, or some people will say it as a switch user also. It will allow you to temporarily change your current user session to a different user account within the same terminal session. So that means, for example, let's say that right now if you try to see who am I. So right now I was logged in into a test user. Okay. So right now we have two users in this account, that is one Leela and another one is test user. If you try to see, you will be able to see something like homepage. This is the homepage, right? If you go it like this, and if you see here, so this is the user and this one is the another user. So these are the two users. Now if I want to log in with an Leela means, right now I am logged in with an test user. If you want to log in with an Leela means, what you need to do, so just simply you need to log out and you need to log in with an Leela user. So instead of doing it like this, so it will temporarily, so SU command, it will temporarily switch the user in the same terminal from one user account to the another user account. That is, so why we use this one? It is primarily used for administrative tasks that require the privileges of another user, most frequently the root supervisor account. So it is primarily used for administrative tasks that requires the privileges of another user, most frequently the root account, as we discussed. So what I want to explain you is, so that means, so whenever you want to do certain actions or anything within the place of another user means, then instead of logging out and logging again with another user, so you can use this SU command. So that is one thing. So if you try to see here man SU, I will try to explain you this one. So run a command with substitute user and a group ID. So that means, so with another user you can do it. How we can do this one is SU, and you need to use an hyphen option and the username. So I will try to explain you here. So let's try to quit this one. So if you want to log in, so right now I am in the user. Who am I? If I try to check it, so I am in the user logged in as test user. So if I want to log in with the Leela means, so then what I can do here, SU hyphen, and I can say the username. Oh, sorry, SU hyphen, and I can say it like this. And it will prompt you for the password. So you enter the password. So that means the Leela username password, you need to prompt it. See, suddenly if you try to see, it has been logged in within Leela@LeelaWebDev. Now if you go to the home page for this one, so the home page for this one is the Leela account. Okay. So now if I try to check who am I, so it will be Leela. Now if I want to create something like in the CD desktop, if I want to create anything, something like touch file.txt or anything, so if I try to check here, see, this has been created with the username Leela. So that means in the same account that is logged in with the test user. So now I have been logged in within another one. So here the hyphen is the main thing, and also the full form notation is hyphen login. So this creates a login shell for the new user, meaning it fully loads their environment as if they logged in directly. So if you try to use this hyphen option, so that means it fully loads the environment with the Leela's environment, and you will be able to see that as if that user has been logged in directly like that. So that's one thing. If you don't log in with an hyphen, then what will happen? Let's try to see it. So if you want to get out from this Leela user account means, so what you need to do is just you can type exit. So you can directly log out from the user. Now you went back to your original user, that is test user. So if you directly log in with SU Leela without hyphen option, then what will happen is it will prompt you for the password. So not a problem. But here if you try to see, still you are in the home directory only. So now which account you are, ls-l, if you try to see, so this one is in test user account. So if you try to go into test user account, so it will be in the test. So that means the environment, everything, it will be loaded the test user, but it will be logged in with a Leela. So you should never try it like using logging with like this without using the hyphen. So why? Because it will mix up the environments like that. So So if you try to see man su, and here you will be able to see for backward compatibility, and here you will be able to see su in all unprivileged non-set user in the version. So somewhere you will be able to see hyphen option hyphen login, right? So hyphen l start the shell clears all the environment variables except, so like this. So you need to understand. So without hyphen, so always it is recommended to use the hyphen option only. That's it guys about this one su thing. And the next one which I want to tell you is about the root user. In Ubuntu or the Linux operating systems, normally in the Linux operating systems or any operating systems, so now the root user in Ubuntu is also called as the super user, is basically the administrator account for the entire system. So it has an unrestricted access and complete control over the everything in the system. So that means, for example, let's say that here in your system, if you try to see, there are two types of users, that is nothing but Leela and the test user. Apart from this user, so you also have another user in this Linux operating system or this Ubuntu operating system, that is nothing but root. If you try to go to the home page, okay, so here if you try to see ls-l, for all those things you will be able to see about this root, right? So generally in the Unix operating systems or in Ubuntu also you can log in with the root, but it is unsafe. It is not safe to log in with the root. Why? Because root has a complete powers to manipulate the data. So if you try to delete any wrong file, or if you try to edit any wrong file, that is something like a system files or anything, means so it will create some issues in the booting of the system, or so it will create some issues. So that is the reason, so we will not log in with the root. But what we can do it is, so you need to have some situations. So what does this root user can do is, it can do anything. The root user can add or remove users, change system configuration, modify files with any permissions, and basically anything else you can imagine on the system. So unrestricted access. So unlike regular user accounts, the root user isn't limited by the file permissions. It can access and edit any file on the system. So why root access is special and potentially dangerous? So security risk. Because of the unrestricted power, using the root account is inherently risky. One wrong command with root privileges can damage the system or even render it unstable. So not everyday use. So root user is also for most of the tasks. Regular user accounts are sufficient. They can handle daily tasks like web browsing, using documents, and installing softwares from trusted resources, something like that. So that's one thing about the root user. So now, so I am telling you that we cannot use this root user. So then how can I use this? For example, say let's say that I want to use some permissions or anything. I want to execute. For example, let's say that I want to use, and without using the root system. So for example, let's say that if I use apt install update, apt install update, let's try to see whether I can able to access it or not. So here it is telling that permission is denied. So that means I cannot able to update the Ubuntu operating system. Why? Because the user which you are trying to see, it doesn't have any access. So he has insufficient privileges. So in this reason, if you want to install update or anything means, so then what I need to do? So for this reason, so we have a command that is nothing but sudo. Sudo means super user do, something like that we can say it. So do the things as a super user. So we will use a sudo, and you can do apt install update. So then it will ask you for password. So it will be valid for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes again it will ask you for the password. So like this it will update. Okay, so right now I am able to look at the package update, something it is saying. So just I want to explain it to you. For example, let's say that you are in the test user, right? So let's say that what are the permissions for this one it is available means, so you can check something like sudo -l, I think. See the matching default interest. So it has granted all the permissions. So that means as a sudo user you can access something entirely as an root user. So now for example, let's say that I want to check the etc/sudoers. Okay, so this is the file available in the etc. So this is the sudoer files. So now here you will be able to see permission is denied. So why? Because we cannot able to read this file. So if I want to read this file means, so just you can use the sudo cat /etc/sudoers. That's it. no such file or directory. Okay, so let's try to, I didn't remember this file cat sudoers. So this one only, right? Maybe this one only, I think permission is denied. So let's try to use the sudo. Yeah, so this is the file. So you will be able to see the root user and the test user is having all the permissions. Fine, right? So now so these are the two guys who is having all the permissions. If you try to use the sudo, for example, let's say that I will log in within Leela. So whether this Leela has permissions or not. So now here if you try to log in within sync, so now I want to do sudo apt or otherwise sudo cat /etc/sudoers, right? So this is the file I want to access. Now it is asking you for the password. Okay, let's try to find. Now here it is telling that Leela is not in the sudoers file. This incident will be reported. So that means, so all the users cannot able to use this sudo. So only the user which has been created at the first time, right? So the first time at the installation of the Ubuntu, that user can able to access the as a root privileges using the sudo. And if you want this one sudo means, so then what you need to do it is, so you need to create the user account as an administrator. So here if you try to go to the settings, I will try to show you. In the settings you will be having the user section which we have created, the user section. These are the two users which we will be creating and unlock. Okay, test 1 to 34. So let's try to log in. And here if I want to create an add user, so here you'll be having two types of users, standard user and administrator user. Standard user means it's a user, so we cannot able to access within sudo thing. If you create the user with the administrator means, so he will be having a permission with the sudo privileges. So this is one thing which I want to explain you. Sudo command is a command, so in which the user can able to do the root privileges. So whichever the things which we do not have permission in the thing, if you want to implement means we can use the sudo. So that is one thing which I want to explain you. So this is all about the sudo command, su, and also the root user in the Ubuntu. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the another important command, that is nothing but chown command. So let me try to open this notepad, then you can able to understand clearly. So now we are learning about the command that is nothing but chown command. So what is the use of this chown? So in the Linux or Unix like operating system, every file and directory has these core ownership components. So one is user owner. So every file, so whatever the file you see, so it has two core ownerships. That is nothing but the owner of the file, that is nothing but the user, and to which group that does it belongs to. So these are the two core things. So user or owner, the individual user who owns the file, they usually have the most control over the file permissions. So these guys will have most control over this particular file. And next one is the group owner. So the group of users, a group of users that the file is associated with, member of this group might have special performance beyond a regular user. So these are the two things. So now the purpose of the chown. So what is the purpose of this chown? The chown command, shorthand notation, what we'll try to do is change owner. So the shorthand is chown. Normally the name is the change owner. So it is the primary command for modifying the user and the group ownership of a file and directory. So that means if you want to change the owner of the file or group of the file means, then we will be using this chown command. So chmod command means if you want to change the permissions of that one. So permissions means like read, write, execute and all those things of a particular user or a group means, then we will use a chmod. Whereas this chown command is used to directly change the owner, directly changing the owner or the group. So why we will be using, so this one is mainly used for system administration, managing the user access rights and resource control, collaboration, allowing the multiple users to work on the shared files with appropriate permission, and also the security, ensuring that only authorized users or groups can access the specific files. So the basic syntax of this chown command. So how the basic syntax of this chown command will work is chown, and you will be having, so you can mention username, and if you want to mention the group name means colon you need to do, and the group name, and you can give the file or directory. That's it. So this is the syntax for this chown command. So here the username is here the username or the user ID of the owner, new owner, and the group name always you should mention it with a colon so that the system will recognize that it is an separation between a user and a group. So the group name or the group ID you want to associate with the file. And last one is the file or directory. That is nothing but the path to the file or directory you wish to change the ownership. So let's try to check some examples. I will explain the examples, then afterwards directly we can work on that one. So chown, so you can use chown, and you can give Leela. So this is the user, okay, and you need to give the file.txt. That's it. So now the permissions will be changed automatically, the owner will be changed. So if you want to change both the owner and the group means, then you can use chown Leela and also colon group name file.txt. Automatically the owner will be changed to Leela and the group will be changed to the group name. So that's it. So if you want to change only the group means, then you can change it directly chown name file.txt. So only the group will be changed. So if you want to change a ownership recursively means, then you need to use an option that is nothing but -r, and this should be a directory. Okay, here file directory, folder or the directory, whichever it may be. So these are the things. These are the things which you will be using. So you typically, so now when you are trying to change this one using the chown and all those things means, typically important thing which you need to remember is you need root or the super user privileges to use this chown. Use the command sudo chown. So we have already learned about this sudo command. So we need to use the command sudo if you don't have a direct root access. So all the time when you are trying to change the owner or anything means, you can verify it using the ls-l command. So to view the ownership information of a file or a directory to confirm the changes. So example use cases will be, so the example use cases when we will be trying to use this chown command is granting the access to a collaborator. A team member needs edit rights on a project directory. Transferring ownership. So when we will be trying to do it, a user leaves an organization and their files need to be assigned to a new owner means, then we will be using this chown. Correcting the ownership errors. For example, some files you will be having sometimes end with an incorrect ownership due to some system misconfigurations. So in that scenario also you use the chown. So these are the different ways where we will be using this chown command. So let's try to see the real-time implementation of this one. So for example, let's say that here I am in the test user. So who am I? So if I try to check this one, who am I? So this one is test user, okay. And if I want to create a, so let's say that ls-l. So is there any file existing? So okay. So cd, we will go to page ls-l. Is there any file present in this one? Oh, so many files are there. So right now if you try to see file _a.txt, so this file belongs to a user, test user, but I want to change the user to Leela. So we already have some users, right? So I want to change this ownership of this file to a Leela, or otherwise what I will try to do is I will create a file touch Leela file.txt. So let's assume that, so this is the file. So ls-l if you try to see, so Leela file.txt, the owner of this one is test user, not the Leela. So now I want to change the user of this one to Leela. So what I can do it is, so I can use the chown command and I want to change the command, user, and here, so the file is this one. That's it. Now it is telling that the ownership of the Leela file.txt operation is not permitted. I already told you that if you want to change the permissions or the owner of the particular file means, you need to have a root permissions. So in order to get the root permissions, what you need to do, so just simply you can use a sudo command and it will ask you some password. It will be valid for 15 minutes. So I already typed the password. So the 15 minutes has not yet completed. So that is the reason it is not asking the password. So for you, in case if you are writing the first time means, it will ask you the password. Now let's try to see whether it has been changed or not. See, the user has been changed. Now the owner of this file is Leela. And now if you want to change the group also, so you can change it. So for that one, what you can do it is, so chown, and for the group you need to mention the colon. Okay, Leela, I will change the group to Leela. And what is that one? Leela file. So changing group of Leela is not permitted. Okay, fine. So we already know about this one. So sudo, and if you try to check the ls-l, and the permissions also has been changed. The owner group also has been changed for this one. And if you want to change these, what I want to say is file permissions means then you need to use the chmod command. So that's it guys about this chown command. So chown command, the difference between the chmod and chown is mainly important. So chmod is used to change the file permissions. For example, if I want to give chmod 777, that means complete permissions I am giving, and to the Leela file means everyone can do whatever they want. So here it is telling operation is not permitted. Why? Because now the user, the Leela file.txt file owner is not test user. So if I want to make it means, so you can use Leela. So here I am logging it as in Leela. Okay, fine. ls-l. Now here this one is different. ls cd test user. Let's move on to test user. Okay, ls-l. And here we are having a Leela file, so which belongs to this one, Leela user. And who am I? So am I the user Leela? Yes, I am I. So now what I want to do it is, so I will try to chmod 777 Leela file.txt. Now he can change it. Why? Because he is the owner of the file, whereas the test user cannot able to change it. So that's it guys about this chown command. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will see how we can create a user and also how we can create a group and how we can assign a user to that particular group. Let's try to see in this video. In the previous video, we have seen about the chown, how we can assign a user or a group to a particular file. But if you want to create a new group in a Linux means how we can create, or if you want to create a new user in the Linux means how we can do it. Let's try to see this one. So now if you try to see the creation of a user or anything, so what we can do is there are a couple of ways to create it. So one is through the graphical user interface. If you try to see through the graphical interface, if you go here and if you search for in the settings, if you go here and in the settings in the Ubuntu, I am telling you about in the Ubuntu. So in the graphical user interface, if you click on the user, so here you can see and you can unlock it and add a user. So there are two types of users, that is nothing but standard user and an administrative user. Standard user means who cannot have the access to implement the root super user privileges, whereas the administrator user means so who can have the privileges to use the root privileges, that is nothing but sudo. So now if you go to the terminal, in the terminal side, if you want to create a user means how you can do it. So for creating a user, so what we need to do is we need to have a super user permissions, and for checking that one, so how you can check it is who am I. So if you try to check, so this is the test user, and if you try to do sudo -l means then it will give you test 1 2 3 4. So here it will give you the permissions that so the test user may run the following commands. So that means all commands he can run. So that means he has the sudo privileges. So for the user who has the sudo privileges can create a new user. Now for creating or adding a new user, what is the command we need to do it is, so the command is add user. So add user and you can give the username. So for this one what you can do it is add user. Okay, so already we have test user and also the Leela. So what I will try to do it is I will create a new user, that is nothing but user1, let's assume. So if I click on this one, so only root may add a user or group to the system. So what we need to do, so here we need to use a sudo. So I will be using the sudo, and now automatically user1 has been created. It is asking you for the password. Okay, I will give the password. So some password I will give. So I have given the password. It will ask you some series of questions, so you can take it as a default one. So now automatically the user has been created. So now if you try to see ls, if I go here ls, so here you are having 3 home pages, that is nothing but 3 folders. That means 3 users are there, Leela, test user and user1 is also there. So that means user1 also has a separate home directory for this one. So this is all about the creating of the user. So now if you for example, let's say that if I go to the su-user1, if I go here and if I give the password, so now I have logged in with a new user. So whether this guy has a privileges or not, if you try to check it means, so let's say that sudo -l. Okay, that is the command, right? Sudo -l. Now if you try to give the password for this guy, so it will tell that user doesn't have the sudo. So if you want to give him the root privileges for the user one means, then what you need to do is, so let's go outside. So why? Because he doesn't have a sudo privileges. So test user has the sudo privileges. So then for this guy what we can give it is sudo usermod -a g sudo and the so I am giving the sudo privileges for the user one. That's it. So it has been assigned. So now if you try to go to the user one and if I try to give a password, see now to run a command as administrator using root, use the sudo command. So now this guy has a sudo privileges. If I try to check it, so it will ask you some series password again. So now this user also has a sudo privileges. So this is how you can create a user and also the sudo privileges for this. So this is how it will work. Now we have learned how to create a user for this one. So now we will learn how to create a group. So how we can create a group for this in the Linux, we will see. So normally if you are having user one, right, if you want to check all the list of groups and all those things means, just you can type groups. Sorry, this is groups. So that will give you all the list of groups available in this user. So user one and sudo. So this user one will be the default group which is created at the creation of the user only. So sudo means nothing but the user which we have created. If I go to the exit and here if you try to see groups means, so it will tell you that test user is the only group which we are having. That means it is created at the time of creation. So now if you want to check groups for a particular user means groups user one, it will give you the user one has this, belongs to this group. And if you try to check groups Leela which is available for us, and Leela belongs to Leela and new underscore group, a new group is there, new underscore group. So these are the different types of groups which we are having. So now if I want to create a group and add this one means, so what we can do it is, for example let's say that for the user one I will create a new group. Okay, so here what I can do it is sudo group add, or otherwise we'll try to see it, group add what we can say it is which group we can create it. Let's say I am creating a group that is nothing but sports group. Okay, sports group. So this is the group which I want to create. If I click here, okay, so I cannot create the group it is saying, so let's create it with a sudo. So automatically the group has been created. If you try to check the groups here, so groups means, so already the group has been created. Now if you want to add this group to a particular user means, then what you need to do is sudo usermod, okay, usermod -a-g, okay, new group. So what is the new group? That is nothing but sports group. So I will be giving the sports group. So which group I will give? User one. So now user mod we need to give automatically the sports group. So here if you try to check the groups user one means, so the sports group has been assigned to the user one. So though it belongs to a sudo group which has a sudo privileges, sports group, and also the user one is the default group. So now the user one belongs to a group sports group. Fine. So now let's try to check it here. So we are having these all the things, right? So let's create touch badminton.txt. So I am creating a badminton. So let's try to create with a sudo. So now if I try to check ls-l, so this one has a permissions rw for the root it is having. So I want to change the group for this one. So I want to change the group for this one. So how we can change this group? So now we can use something like chown. What we can do? So chown it belongs to user one and the badminton.txt. That's it. So now it is not permitted. So now if you try to do it here, ls-l, now this one belongs to a user one. So now this belongs to an root. So if I want to change the group for this one means, so how can I change it? So automatically sudo chown, I want to change it to sports group, and that is nothing but badminton. That's it. So now if you try to check it here, you will be able to see user and sports group. So this is how you can create the user in the, you can create a user, you can create a group and we can assign it to the user. So this is all about the brief introduction about the groups and the user. So if you want to delete the user means, so you can directly delete the user using user del command. So for example, let's say that sudo rm-r badminton.txt means automatically this one has been deleted. So now if I want to delete the user one means, so what I can do is sudo user del, and if I want to delete this one the home profile also, I can use it like this, user one automatically. Okay, user one is not found, it seems. So it is somewhat difficult to remove it, so we should not do it like this. User one doesn't exist, it is saying. So okay, fine, leave it. So this is how we will be deleting the user del. So we should not do it like this. So now this is all about the user creation and the group creation. Just we'll focus on the user creation and the group creation. Hope you understood about the concept. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the another important concept, that is nothing but environment variables. So what is this environment variables? So environment variables are something like a key value pairs that are essentially names that hold the values or strings of text. So that is main thing. So these values influence the behavior of various programs, scripts and the shell itself within your Linux system. They store frequently used settings and paths. So there are two types of environment variables. One is session wide variables available within your current shell session. They are lost when you close the terminal window. Another one is system wide variables set for all users and sessions, making them global. So now if you want to check this environment variable, so if you are coming from the programming point of view or something like that, so you may be having idea about this what I want to tell you is that one about the environment variables. So if you want to check this all environment variables, so there are two types of two commands are there. One is print env, so that if you type print this one, so these are all the way, so these are all the available environment variables for this session, okay, for this session. So now for example, if you try to see here, the username is test user, right? So now here for example, if you try to check another one, log name is test user. So for example, if I try to go with another one and if I log in with another session means, so if you try to check this one, so now if you print the env, if you try to check it, now here the user is Leela. Here you will be able to see the user is Leela, and in this one if you try to see here, the user will be different. So I don't know where this user, yeah, user is test user. So that means, so there may be some variables which exist same in between the sessions, but these are all session based keywords like user, Leela, and these all the things. So based on the session, some variables will be missing. So that is called as a session wide variables available within your current shell session. So they are lost when you close the terminal window. Okay. So that is one thing which I want to explain it to you. So now system wide variables means, so set for all users and sessions, making them global. So common things which you will be able to see is the path of your home directory. So for example, common home directory, shell, path, user, present working directory, editor, language, like this. So these things. So now if you another command which you can check for all the variables, environment variables, env also. So this will list all the environment variables. Print env or the env lists all the environment variables. So now if you want to print a particular variable, so for example, let's say that I want to check particular user. So I want to check the user in the environment variable. So here you can type something like echo user. If you try to see here, so you are not able to get the username. Fine, right? So now if you want to get the variable from there means, so you need to use the dollar. Okay, so dollar user displays the value of a specific variable. So here now you will be able to see a test user. So this is how you will be using it. So now if you go here, echo dollar user, for this one only, if you try to check it, echo dollar user, and this one will be different. And if you check here echo dollar home means, then you will be able to see home slash test user, and for this one echo dollar home means, then it will be a different home slash Leela. So these are all by sessions or the by login it will be changed. And echo present working directory, if you want to check it, means present working directory. This one is so this one is also same. So present working directory means, so if you try to go to cd, let's try to check the list. So we are here, right? Let's go into the desktop. Okay, now the present working directory will be home slash test user slash desktop, but home will be always same. So present working directory means will this one. So we also have another one, something like, I didn't remember. Let's try to check in the env grep old. So old present working directory. So you can also use the old present working directory. So it will tell you the previous where the present working directory is. So this is the thing. So these are something like a environment variables where we can use it with the session thing. So now setting the variables temporarily means, so you can use it to set the variables temporarily. And what I want to tell you is, for example, let's say that, let's close, let's stop this one. So what I can do is, yeah, so if you want to, so for example, yeah, let's say that what I want to do. So we can also set the temporary variables. For example, let's say that setting the variables temporarily we can use it. So let's say that echo if you want to, or otherwise let's say that person is equal to Leela, if you try to see it, and whenever you try to do echo dollar person means, so Leela you will be able to see. But when you try to see within another profile means, another login profile means, you will not able to get it. So this means this one is setting up temporarily. Okay, so if you try to check env env grep person means, you will not able to see it. So for example, let's say that you want to check it, you want to have it like this means, so this one is something like what I am trying to tell is, person is equal to Leela means, so you are setting the variable. This is a shell variable you are setting it. But if you want it in the environment variables means, so you need to use the export person is equal to Leela. So now let's try to see the env, and I want to grep with the person, I want to check it. Now you will be able to see that it has been added in the environment variables. But when you close this session and when you on this session again, so this one will not be available. Now you have added it in the environment variable, right? If you try to check it in the env, somewhere you will be able to see that person thing. So yeah, here you will be able to see, and not this one. So somewhere you will be able to see, yeah, here you will be able to see the person is equal to Leela. In the same thing, if you want to check it here, echo dollar person means, you will not able to get it. That's one thing which I want to tell you. That means it will be available in the current session only. Or otherwise, if I close this session and if I open this session, new session, if I try to open it and I will try to check the person means, then it is not available. So this one is setting up the variables temporarily. If you want to make the variables permanent means, so there are different types of variables available. So those are called as in startup files. Okay, so that is about the startup files. So there are different types of startup files is there. So system wide startup and also the user specific startup. So for example, let's say that if you try to see in the cat /etc/ profile means, so this one is the file which you will be able to see, this all the file. So this one is global settings for all users, impacts the login shell also. So you will be having login shell and also non-login shell. Non-login shell, this one is by default when you try to open this one is a non-login shell. Now if you try to log in with this one means, then it is a login shell. So you have logged in. So this one impacts the login shell and also a non-login shell. So let's try to exit here. And now here, for example, let's say that if you want a global settings, if you want to add a global settings for all the things permanently means, so there will be a file called as an ls -etc or otherwise less hyphen etc slash bash dot bash rc. So this is the file which is available. So this one is the file which you will be able to see. So this one is a global settings. So this one will be available permanently across all the login shell. This bash rc file. So here you will be having all the global settings specific to the bash shells, also for the login. So like this, these are system thing. So for example, if you want to set for a user specific for particular profile means, then what you will try to do it is, so let's try to end it here. Yeah, user specific means you have another one called as an dot profile. So if you try to go to your home page, okay, so cat dot profile, I didn't remember exactly. Yeah, this is the settings for the individual user login shell. If dot bash underscore profile exists, it takes the precedence. So we also have another one is called as an dot bash rc. So it will impact for the non-login session. For example, let's say that, so this one is a non-login session. So if you want to impact it for this non-login session means, then what you need to use, then you need to use the bash rc. So I will try to show you that bash rc. So nano dot bash rc file. So this one is the thing. And if you want to add it means, so here at the bottom you can add it, export, okay, person is equal to Leela webdev. So I have added it like this, and I will save it and I will try to exit it. Okay, and here if you try to check the deco $person, now we need to restart it. So for restarting, for reading this one, so we can say dot bash rc. Okay, so it has read this bash rc file again. Now if I try to do this echo person, see, you are able to get it. Whereas in the login shell, so this one is also a non-login shell. If you whereas in the non-login shell, whereas in this one, so we will not able to get, let's try to read this one. I think it will be available. Whether we have logged into this one or not, I didn't remember exactly. Non-login shell. So let's try to source. Okay, so this one is a non-login shell, right? So this one is for the login shell. So for the non-login shell, so we will be, this one is login. So if I try to do the exit, so now you will be able to get it. So now here across the sessions, so here if I try to do echo $person, now we need to read this source dot bash rc, yeah, sorry, source. Or otherwise, if you can also do something like, you can close it and you can open a new session and you can do this one echo $person. So then also it will work. Okay, so it will work. So why? Because so you need to close the session and you need to open it again. So like this. So now when you log in, so for example, when you log in as some other user, then this one will not work. So here like this. So now here what I want to do is echo $person. If I try to do it, now you will get it as an empty. Why? Because I have set it in the only in the non-logged in user. So this is about the bash rc file. And for example, if you want to change the prompt or something like that means, so you have a variable that is called as an ps1. ps1 is equal to type here. If you try to type it like this, then you will be able to, type here and let's try to give double quotes. And here you will be able to see this is the command. So if I try to do it like this, you will be able to see type here. So we have your own customized command prompt also, you can use it. For example, when I close this session, okay, close terminal, and if I try to open it, then again it will come back to the normal thing. So in order to not to come back with the normal thing means, what you will try to do it is, so you will do nano dot bash rc file, you will open it and let's go to the bottom, and what I have written it at the end, right? So I will try to show you export ps1 is equal to type here dot, that's it. So now save and control exit, and now when I try to open a new terminal, automatically, so let's try to open it again. I think so we need to keep it in double quotes. I think let's try to keep it in double quotes, nothing happens. So here I will keep it in double quotes. Okay, yeah, control S, exit, and now I will close this session, and if I try to open it here, see, you will be able to see customized thing. So whenever you open a command prompt for the non-login sessions, you will be able to see it like this. For example, if I try to log in as another logged in session, then you will be not able to see this one. See Leela at the leelawebdev will come. So this is about the bash RC file. I will try to explain you some more explaining about this one. I will not go deeper into this environment variables. I will explain you the basic thing about this environment variables things. Hope you understood about this bash RC file and environment variables. If you have any doubts, so just what I have explained you is, so we will be having the environment variables. For checking this one, you can use the env. And if you want to change permanently across the terminals, if you want to change it means, then you need to use the bash RC file, so that in the bash RC file, whatever the key value pairs you will be using, it will be valid across all the sessions. Okay, and it will be valid across all the sessions. So that is one thing. And also another thing you need to understand is, so if you are login session, so if the shell is having a login session means, then it will be another one. Okay, so this is what I want to tell you. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the another concept, that is aliases in the Linux. So what is this aliases? Aliases are essentially shortcuts or the abbreviations for the longer commands or sequence of commands. For example, let's say that here we are having this, you type here, this is the command prompt, right? So we have customized our command prompt instead of that one. So let's go back to the old one only. So for that one, what I need to do is bash rc file. I need to open it, and let's go to the bottom. And what I will try to do it is, if you go down into this one, so here I am moving into the down. So this is the thing, right? I have commented it out. So let's control X, and we need to restart the terminal by pressing like this. Yeah, or otherwise you can run the source also, which I have shown you in our previous video. So now this is our command prompt. We can also, if you want, you can also customize your command prompt. So if you try to check the man bash, so customizing the command prompt here, if you come down somewhere ps1, right? So you can search for the ps1. So ps1, you need to search for ps1 pattern not found, it is saying. So somewhere you will be having these all the customizing your command prompt. I didn't remember exactly. Somewhere you will be having. So okay, that's an out of thing, so I don't want to go too much into this one. So Q to quit. So we are learning about the aliases. So let's learn about the aliases. So I told you, right, it is essentially shortcuts for abbreviation for longer commands or sequence of the commands. This allows you to create your own custom commands to simplify repetitive tasks or to make complex commands easier to remember and type. For example, let's say that whenever you are trying to type, ls-l is the main thing. So if you run ll means, automatically you will be able to see this one, right? Okay, so ll also you are able to see it. So this one is an alias command which has been added in the Linux Ubuntu by default itself. So I will try to show you where this has been added. So how aliases works actually. Definition means you define an alias by associating a name with a command or series of commands. For example, let's say that cd ... is there, let's assume. Okay, so we don't have any command alias for this one, right? So we can also mention alias ... is equal to cd ... You can mention it like this. So something like this you can mention. Okay, and here I can use like this space ... Let's try to do it. So if I type ... see, I am able to go one step backwards. So that is the benefit of this one. So if I am in the cd tilt, okay, and the cd desktop, if I move, and if I use ... means, so it moves to one step backwards. So that means I have created alias. So this alias, what I have did it is a temporary thing. Why? Because so if I go to a new command prompt and if I do ... means, so command not found it will tell. Whereas in this shell, in this tab only, it will be present. Why? Because I have created in this session only. So this is a temporary thing. Okay, with the alias, with a series of commands, you can mention it with the name, the alias. So when you type the alias name in the terminal, the shell replaces with the actual command you define. So types of aliases is, the first one is the temporary alias, which I have shown you. These exist only in the current terminal session. So they are lost when you close the terminal. And the another one is the permanent aliases. So these are stored in your shell configuration file. So that is nothing but .bash rc file and are available every time you open a new terminal. So where it is present is, so let's try to check this nano.bash rc file. Okay, so when you come little bit down like this, so you will be able to see some aliases. So by default I told you that ls ll these comments are added, right? So here you will be able to see ls itself is an alias for the ls hyphen color is equal to auto. So you are able to see it, right? So ls itself is an what I want to say is color auto. So the alias itself is a ls itself is an alias. And if you try to see here, these are the aliases. So ll means ls hyphen alf and la means ls hyphen a and only l means ls hyphen cf. So these are the aliases, and like this you will be having the aliases. So if you want to add an alias means, so here you can write alias dot is equal to, so dot is equal to cd dot. You can add it like this. Now if I try to control s and control x, if I do it, now it will be present in every terminal. So for example, I will try to read this .bash rc. Okay, now it has been read. Now if you try to do this dot, it will go to the home. And now here also if you try to do the dot, still it is saying command not found. So we need to do this source thing. Sorry, where is this source? So we don't have the source .bash rc, or otherwise if you open the terminal then it will work. So now if I try to do the dot, so it is going one step back. See, so if you open a new terminal, all the time alias will be opened. So this is the bash rc. So whenever you want to mention the aliases permanently in your terminal, means whenever you open a new tab or anything, means you need to mention in the .bash rc file. So we also know about the ll and all those things, right? So ll is there and small l is there. And if you want to check what is this alias for this one, means you can mention type l and it will tell you that l is alias to ls hyphen cf. So that means I can write type dot. So then it will tell you that dot is alias to the cd space dot. So like this you can create the aliases. So that is one thing. So in the bash rc file, if you add it, then it will be automatically whatever is a permanent alias it will become. So example of some useful aliases I already told you, right? ll, it is an alias for ls hyphen elf, and so cls will be there. So type cls if you try to see, so type cls is not there, right? So you can add some what I can say is aliases, you can add it. So that's it. Benefits of this alias means it will save the time and effort, and it will customize your workflow and increases the productivity. So that's it. And apart from that, before closing of this one, so we also have another file, that is bash underscore aliases file. In Ubuntu, default bash configuration .bash underscore aliases is a file specifically designed to store your custom command aliases. While you can technically put aliases directly in your main bash rc file, using bash aliases provides a few advantages. One is organization, clarity, and the flexibility. So that means what I want to explain to you is, so whenever I open this .bash rc file, okay, so if you, so control X, so where I am, yeah, cd, will go to the home page and nano.bash rc file. So whenever I open here, so if you come down, you will be able to see bash alias thing. So if and else like that, you will be able to see it. Yeah, here. If bash underscore aliases file is present, then read from the bash underscore aliases, it is saying. So that means, so instead of mentioning all the things in the bash rc file, you can mention these all aliases and all those things in the what I want to say is in the bash underscore aliases file. So that means, so if you try to open nano.bash underscore aliases, okay, aliases. So this is the file, and here you can mention that alias dot is equal to cd dot. You can mention it like this, and you can mention control X, and here you will be able to get it. Now let's try to read this file again. Why? Because so we are not opening this. If you open again command prompt means, then it will work. So now if you try to do again the dot, so it will work. So now this time it is reading from the bash underscore aliases. So what is this bash underscore aliases means? Instead of writing all the aliases files in the .bash rc file, it is better to separate of concern. So you can separate all those aliases and you can write in one file, that is nothing but bash underscore aliases file. So just it's another file so that you can have a clear understanding separation of the aliases into a separate file. That's it. So normally you can find this bash underscore aliases file in your home directory. So by default your main bash rc file already includes a line to automatically source the bash aliases file. It exists. This means that whenever you open a new terminal, the your aliases defined in the bash aliases will be definable. So that's the main thing. So hope you understood about this concept. So bash rc file and bash underscore aliases file, you hope you understood about this one. So this is all about the alias thing. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below the video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the script programming or the shell scripting in the Linux. So what is this shell scripting? So let's try to understand about this one. So shell script in Linux Ubuntu scripting program refers to the process of creating and executing a sequence of commands within a file. So like ls command, these all commands if you are executing in a batch means then you will be using a script programming. So these files known as scripts and are interpreted by a shell, example the bash shell. So right now we are using the bash to automate tasks, manage system configuration or perform the repetitive actions. So how you will be writing the script programming? So I will try to show you. So normally the most common type of scripting in Ubuntu involves shell scripts written in bash. Bash is the default shell in the Ubuntu, providing a powerful environment for the scripting. So as we have already learned in the first time about the bash shell. Shell scripts can contain a commands for file manipulation, text processing, user input handling and system administration. And these are versatile and often used for automatic routine tasks, customizing system behavior and also building small thing. So normally if you want to create a shell script means how you will be creating, normally we will use a text editor like nano, vim or anything to create a file, and it will be something like with .sh extension. So all the time you will be able to see .sh extension, right? So like that. So first what I will try to do is I will create a new file that is nothing but nano hello world .sh file. So this is the shell scripting code. So now here when you if you don't mention it is also it's okay, fine, best for understanding so that you can understand when seeing the file it is a shell scripting program. So first you need to use the hash bang. Okay, this is called as an hash bang and you need to tell where this one interpreter is located. So this one is bash programming, right? So we need to mention this bash. The first line of the script should be a we say it as hash bang, or some in Linux environment they will tell it as an shebang. So that is the thing. So like shajam or something like shebang we will be using to say, followed by the path to the bash interpreter. This indicates that the script should be executed using this bash. Now I will write something like echo hello world. So this is the code which I will be writing, and if you want to write echo hello world, and you can also mention the path variables like $user. So these are the environment variables, right? So now you can also mention echo current date is $of date. You can also mention it like this. That's it. So now, so this is the code I have written, and let's try to save it and exit. So now we have written it. So in order to execute this one, so how we need to execute this one is, so we need to write bash hello world .sh. That's it. So now you'll be able to see the output has been came. So now for example, let's say that when you are in the outside, so let's say that I am in the home or something like this. So now I want to execute means, so you will be writing hello world.sh. Okay. So whenever you try to write hello world.sh, it will be telling that no file or something like that it is saying. So then for that reason what you need to do it is, so you need to go into the bash test user / hello world.sh file. Now you will be able to execute. So that means, so you need to go to the exact path this one. So normally when you try to do the ls and all those things, okay, so these are also script programming. So if you try to see this script program which ls, if you try to write which ls, so this is located in user / bin / ls. So if you go to the cd / user / bin, so ls-l, you will be able to see so lot of commands here. So these are all the commands which we will be using. So these are all nothing but a script programming only. And in this one, some of the programs we have, some of the things we have used it. Who am I? Who? So which we have used it, and like this we are able to see it. So somewhere you will be able to see the ls also. So like this, so you will be having so many script, these are all shell scripting only, but without using the exact path. So that means what I want to tell you is, but without using the exact path. So here if I try to go to, oh sorry, by going to like this, so we are not using something like bins user slash bin slash ls. We are not doing it like this, right? So we are not doing it like this. So directly we are doing it like this. So how come we are able to get the output for this one? So because of the path variable. So if you try to see the env of this one, here you will be able to see a path called as a path. So now what is this path? So if you try to do echo $path, so here whatever the things, so first it will try to see whenever you are trying to execute a script programming, so like ls, it will try to check that whether it is present in the user slash local slash sbin slash ls, user slash local slash bin, sbin, user slash bin. So like this it will be checking each one. So if it able to find any of the directory means, then the code will be executed. So that means our hello world logic is present in somewhere in the home directory. So in the home directory, so we need to make it available in the path. Generally all the script files and all those things, so where we will be placing is it is in the bin directory. So that means, so here this is our file, right? So here you are having hello world.sh, right? So we will create something like mkdir bin directory, and I will move hello world.sh into the bin directory. That's it. So now we have placed it in the bin directory. So now when you place into the bin directory, normally you will be having some code in the dot profile. So I will try to show you the dot profile. Okay. So here you will be able to have one logic in such a way that if in the home directory, $home means it's a home directory. If there is a bin folder available, automatically the path will be added into the home directory. See, home slash bin colon path, it will be added automatically. So that means if you have added this one, so you have created the bin directory. So now if you try to check this one, so that means if you try to check the $path, now the path is not available. So that means, so our present working directory or otherwise echo $home is, so home slash test user slash bin should be automatically available in the path, but it is not available. So how it can be able to available is, so then you need to run the profile again, or otherwise when you close it and open the terminal also it will work. So now if I try to make it, and if you see the, sorry, not home, path, right? So now you will be able to see that home slash test user slash bin is available. Now wherever you are, so now for example let's say that the cd slash I went into the home directory. So here the home hello world is not available. So now if I try to do hello world.sh, automatically, so this one you will be having permission is denied, so we are not able to execute it. Okay, so let's try to go into this one, and I will go into the bin directory. So ls-l, if you try to check ls-l, so that doesn't have an execute permission. In order to make this shell script to work, we need to have an execute permission. So then what we need to do, so chmod, I will add all the permissions, x permissions to the hello world.sh file. That's it. So now I will go to the main root path, and I will try to execute this hello world.sh file. That's it. Now you will be able to execute this one. Same like ls. So we are able to execute the script code also. If you don't want means, you can also omit this script as.sh in the file name. So you can able to see directly hello world. So this is how we will be executing the bash programming. So now for example, let's say that let's say that, so let's go to here, and here in our mkdir scripts, I will try to add a scripts here. So let's go to the scripts. So now not only the bash programming, we can also execute the Python programming, Perl programming, any interpreter if you are having, you can execute it. So for that one, so let's try to see whether the Python is installed in my system or not. Automatically in Ubuntu, the Python 3 will be executed, and it is available in the user slash bin. And if you try to check the Perl 3 also, so you will be able to see, Perl also, you will be able to see that Perl is available in the user slash bin. So now I will try to write it in the scripts. So nano py hi, I will create a new file, and this one I will try to execute in using the Python 3. So at the top in the shebang we need to mention Python 3 like this, and here you can write print hello world from Python. Okay, so that's it. So now here the simple thing I have mentioned it, and I will execute and I will save it. That's it. So now if you want to execute means, so here I can write Python what is it on py high, right? So now Python 3, sorry, so we need to add Python 3 py high. So now we are able to see execute the output that too from the Python. So in the same scenario, if you want to execute the Perl command also, so Perl high, if I try to mention it, and here we need to mention the shebang, so bin slash Perl, and here the print command will be little bit different like this, hello world from Perl. So here like this we will be executing, and control S, control X, sorry, control S and control X will do, and here Perl high if I try to do, so we are able to see that output also. So now whenever I am in the outside, so now if I try to execute py high means I am not able to execute. Why? Because so the path is not available. This time the path, this time the files I have created is in the scripts. So for this one what you need to do it is, so where you need to do it is, so you need to execute the, so let's go to the home path and let's go to the .bash rc file. So this is not present in the .bin directory, or otherwise if it is present in the bin directory means automatically the path will be added by the profile code. So here you can write something like $path is equal to, and here you need to write $home / scripts $path. That's it. So this is the code which you will be writing, and X, and you need to execute the .bash rc file, and you will be able to see somewhere, sorry, .bash local, so what it is saying, so we have scripts code bash home, no such file or directory. So let's wait. So we have made it one wrong. I will try to show you. So nano.bash rc, so let's go into this one. So we should not use the $path here, so that is my mistake. We need to use the path is equal to, that's it. So now control save X, now let's try to run it. So now if you try to see the echo $path, so now you will be able to see home / test user / scripts also. Now wherever you are, so if you try to execute something like Perl high, so now you are having permission denied. Okay, let's go to the home and let's go to the scripts, and here what I need to do is chmod plus X permissions I am giving to the Perl high, and in the same thing I will try to give the py high. Yeah, so let's go to the somewhere else. So here the file is not present, so if I try to execute the Perl high, so you are able to execute the file, and py high if I try to do, you are execute the file hello world.sh file, then also it is able to write. This is the usage of the path variable. So this is the main thing which I want to explain it to you. So the hash shebang also you are able to understand. So that is the main thing which you will be mentioning the interpreter. So followed by that one hash and bang operator will be using. So it will tell you which how the script file should be executed with which interpreter. And also now I explained about the path also, how we need to add the path environment variable in this one, so that we can execute it from anywhere we can execute it. So hope you understood about this scripting thing. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the another one that is nothing but cron job. So what is this concept of the cron job? In Linux or Ubuntu, a cron job is a time-based job scheduler that enables you to automate the tasks such as running scripts or commands at a specific intervals or times. It operates in the background and executes the scheduled tasks without manual intervention. So that means, for example, let's say that if you have a program or any command or anything that you want to execute that command in a particular interval of time. Let's say that I want to execute it daily at midnight, 1 o'clock or something like that. Or otherwise I want to auto clean up the system every day or every week or every year or every month at 5th of the every month. So like that, if you want to run a particular task at a particular interval of time means, then we will be using a cron job. So this is the one thing. Cron relies on a daemon, a background process that continuously checks the system's cron tab files for scheduled tasks. So these cron relies on the daemon. So daemon means nothing but a background process which runs continuously, and the daemon process, the background process, checks the system's cron tab files. So it will always check the cron tab files, scheduled if there is any scheduled files or not, tasks or not. Each user on the system can have their own cron tab file, and there are also system wide cron tab files also. So that is about the cron. So what is this cron tab means? So cron tab is a file that contains all the cron jobs. So that one, if you want to edit means, so for example, if you want to check the list of this one means, so we will be using like this cron tab -L. So then it will give you all the list of tasks, that list of cron jobs that have been running. So if you want to edit or if you want to add a new cron job means, then you need to use cron tab -E. Then you will be able to edit this one. So now what I want to explain you is, so how we can write this cron tab file format. So the file format, how will be, for example, let's say that I want to have a command and I want to execute it every 1 minute or every hour or something like that means, how can I do it? So here this one is somewhat, it is a peculiar thing, not peculiar, little bit of confusion will be there, not confusion also, it's very easy. So if I explain you, it will be very easy. Normally it contains something like minute, okay, and hour, and a day of month, okay, and a month, and a day of week, and last one is the command. So like this you need to mention. So these are things. So here minute means, so first one is the minute. Minute means you need to mention 0 to 59. Okay, at what minute I want to execute it. Then hour means it will be something like 0 to 23. 0 to 23. It's a 24-hour time base, so 0 to 23. And day of month. So which day in the month. So that means it will start from 1 to 31. And the last one is and another one is the month. So which month you want to execute. So you can also specify the particular month also. So that is nothing but 1 to 12. Okay, or Jan to December also you can mention it like this. So last one is the day of week. Okay, in which week you want to execute. So in which day of week you want to execute. So here it will be 0 to 7, and you know that 0 or 7 is a Sunday. That's thing. Okay, 0 or 7 is Sunday. So that's it guys about this one, and last one is the command. Okay, and we also have a special characters in this one, which I will try to explain you afterwards. First we'll try to understand about this one. So now for example, let's say that I want to have a script that needs to be run daily at midnight. Midnight means something like 12 o'clock. Okay, so in 24 hours time, let's say that 00. So this time I want to run it. So then what you need to do it is, so 0 you need to mention. Why? Because 0 is the minutes, and the another one is the hour. 0 is the hour. So why? Because 0 is the hour, and I can mention it as a star. So that means month means, so day of month means daily you need to execute, and month also daily you need to execute, day of week also daily you need to execute, and the last one is the command. So you can write the path to script.sh or anything. So here it will run daily at the midnight 00. So for example, let's say that I want to run it every Sunday at 2:30 AM. Okay, so this is the time I want to execute it. So then what you need to do is, so here first one is the 30 minutes, 30, and the second one is the hours, 2, and another one is the month. So every Sunday we need to execute it, right? Every Sunday means every day. So you can mention it like this, and here also you can mention it like this. And the Sunday means day of week. So every Sunday, so 0 represents the Sunday. So 0, and you can write the script file. So like this. So this one will execute every Sunday at 2:30 AM. So next one is something like I want to run a command every 15 minutes means, I will try to explain you that one also. So that is one thing. So managing the cron jobs. So you can manage the cron jobs using the cron tab command. I already told you. Cron tab -E means it will edit your cron tab file. Cron tab -L means list your cron jobs, and cron tab -R means remove your cron tab file. So here if I want to mention something like this means, so let's try to see the practical example. So I am using the cron tab -E. Now here I want to execute it every minute, let's assume. So every minute means star and star. So here also this one is also star, and here also you can have star, and this one is also star, and here I will write echo. So hello world, I will write it, and we will mention the date at what time it will be executing. And here I want to output this all code in a home page like cron.log. I will do it like this. So in this file it needs to echo this one all. So let's save it and exit it. So now a new cron job has been added. So let's try to see at 56 it should be executed. So I am already in the here only. So cron.log is there, so it has been executed. So if you try to check cronlog.log file, see here we are able to see hello world Saturday, so that has been executed. So in the cron log we are able to see it. So for every minute a cron job will be executed, and we will be able to see the data we will be writing in the cron log. So this is how the cron tab will be executed. So now this is how we will be having. So I already explained you about the concept. So this is the how we will be having. There are also a special characters also it is there, so which you need to understand it. So first one is nothing but what I want to tell is the asterisk. So asterisk you understood. So asterisk means represents all possible values for a field, every minute, every hour, or something like that. So this is special character. So every time, okay. And the last one is the comma. You will be having a comma, separates multiple values. Okay. Multiple values. For example, let's say that here every Sunday and also Monday I want to execute. So every Sunday and Monday I want to execute means, so then you can use 0, 1. So like this. So separate multiple values with comma. Okay. And another one which you will be having is an hyphen. Hyphen means range. So I want to execute from Sunday to Thursday. Okay, from Sunday to Thursday. So you can add something like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can mention it 0, 4. So that means, so range of values we are executing. That is hyphen. And last one is the slash. Slash means defines increments. For example, I want to execute for every 15 minutes means then what I need to do. So star by 15. So that means step. So in the minutes you can mention every time with the increment with a step value of 15. So that means every 15 minutes it will run. So this is how these are the special characters which you will be having. So this is a step thing. So every 2 minutes if I want to execute means then you can mention it as a star. So every minute it will execute. By 2 means every 2 minutes it will execute. So this is a step process. So these are some of the special characters which you will be having. For example, let's say that I want to execute a command for every 15 minutes. Then what I need to write is, so star by 15, and you can mention the star, and you can write the script.sh. So this command will run every 15 minutes. Okay. So these are the special characters which you will be having. And another one which I want to explain you is, so we are already in this one, right? So let's try to see this cron log. Already it has been executed 3 times. So now for example, let's say that we are just executing a simple command. So if, for example, let's say that any problem occurs or any error occurs, then how we can handle this one. So for example, let's say that let's go to the cron tab, and here let's say that I will try to run another cron. So star, and also the star. I will try to do echo, or otherwise what I will try to do is, so I have given some spelling mistake, and here I will write hello world. So $of_date. Okay. So this is the command, and I want to output in the same thing like cron log.log. If any error occurs, okay, then you need to give something like this one. We already learned it. So %1. So in the same file, if any error occurs, so log the errors in the cron log only. So if you want, you can mention the another one, another file also you can mention it. So here I will be mentioning the same file. So now Control X. Now after 1 minute, what it will try to do it is, so if any error occurs, so then you will be able to see that error log will be entered in the same cronlog.log file only. If you want, you can mention 2 greater than error.log, you can mention it. So in this way we will be adding all the possible scenarios. So now when I will try to show you when it happens, when it runs, I will try to show you. So these are the different ways which we have learned. So this writing of the cron job is only the important thing you need to understand. So minute, hour, day of month, month and day of week. I have shown you some possible scenarios also. Comma means separate multiple values. Hyphen means range, and slash means the step range. So every 2 minutes if you want to run means, so star by 2 you need to give. Every 15 minutes means star by 15. In the same scenario here also, every alternate hour you need to mention it means, so 0 star by 2. Star by 2 means every 2 hours it will execute. So instead of having every hour, every 2 hours it will execute. So like this you can have a different scenarios. Now it is 22:02. So let's try to run this one. See here you will be able to see a cron job has been added. Echo is not found. So like this errors also you can log it in the particular file, so that we can see what